I'll show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end, corner load also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And he has a flash to Slayer to get right. The two-man also from the focus. Touches in his survives. He's going to jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's going to make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end, corner load also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And he has a flash to Slayer to get right. The two-man also from the focus. Touches in his survives. He's going to jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's going to make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end, corner load also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And he has a flash to Slayer to get right. The two-man also from the focus. Touches in his survives. He's going to jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's going to make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end, corner load also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And he has a flash to Slayer to get right. The two-man also from the focus. Touches in his survives. He's going to jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's going to make sure that he gets two of them.
show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end, corner lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has the flash to MLBB to get right. The two man also from the Season it survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to MKE Championships Season 5. This is going to be the day 4 of the group stage this evening. And we have a very good match today, as the first match of today is going to be TGH versus USMslayer. TGH being on the blue side and USMslayer being on the red side. I'm Azazel with my co-caster Zentox, and we'll be casting this match for y'all. Well, Zentox, go ahead and let the viewers know about the sponsors of MK Championship Season 5.
Hello everyone, welcome to MKE Season 5 Group Stages on Day 4. I'm Janox. I'm here to tell you about the sponsors. The sponsors being JHANDA Store and the co-sponsors being IVY Store and Zeutan Store. Also, you'll be given a code on the screen which you can use in order to claim diamonds. Using the link in the description below. You just need to fill out your details of the account and boom, free diamonds. But first come, first serve, so be quick. And here we're into the band section. So go ahead, Azazel.
Yep, we are here in the band section. As you and you were saying, that we are going to get redeem codes 3 times in this stream today. Each redeem code worth 54 diamonds, which this giveaway is sponsored by IV Diamond Store. So yep, keep your eyes peeled, and for those redeem codes, go into the link in the description and redeem them ASAP as they are appearing on your screen. So in the band section, here we are in the cold game section, and the first band coming.
Your team is picking
3,000 worlds, and not a single worthy foe.
I am vengeance incarnate.
See value in me?
Your team
You
is
should.
picking. I've been waiting for too long.
Against that Fredrin, that carry is going to be very helpful in taking that Fredrin down.
Absolutely. But don't count out Moskov. We have seen Moskov also cause extreme damage at the later surgery game, even though it's not on critical build. The Demon Hunter build on
The ocean is not
Your
just
team
our
is
home.
banning.
It is who we are.
Horology is my craft.
Your team
Dicky
is
my
banning.
name.
Among the planes
Your team
exists
is
the
picking.
equilibrium, which I was made for.
because they have Atlas. a tank that you can't really stop the set off with Kufra. So the Kufra needs to like pick people off before that list can set. So it's gonna be really interesting how TJS will play it out from here now.
Yep, the Atlas getting actually picked here. I think Martis will be fine from the Atlas as his second skill is already like immuning every CC he's gonna get. But the problem is gonna be on that MM. If that MM or the presumably next match that's gonna be picked from the side of TGH if they get caught up in that Atlas combo is gonna be very devastating for the side of TGH. But yep, that's also a big risk, high reward gameplay, and it can be countered easily by that Valentina.
Amazing play by TGH picking Valentina there.
Yep, now they have the ultimate of Atlas in their hand even, and as soon as the Valentina was picked, look at how the spell was changed on the spell just changed onto that Xavier. He just switched to Purify on the spot. Well, they know what's coming on to you, but the last pick gonna be Yin from the side of USMslayer. Yep, Yin's gonna be going on to that XP lane side, trying to fare off against Lapu Lapu. Well, in the XP lane matchup, who do you think is gonna have the upper hand?
Absolutely, it'll be Lapu 100%. But I do believe this is one of those matches where Yin will play absolutely past in the lane, and will try to just clear the lanes and try to go for the Valentina or the carry only. That was the only target for Yin.
Yeah, and the mid lane matchup between Valentina and Xavier. Valentina is obviously gonna have the advantage here if played a big if she plays well. And that I cannot forget the name of the Valentina as he was our first winner of our giveaway here. Yep, and yet again I'm gonna be reminding you talking about the giveaway. Don't miss out the codes that are gonna be here tonight. 3 codes for the stream. Each code was 54 diamonds. Take them away. They are just yours for the taking. So yep, we are almost here into the land of dawn as this is gonna be MKE Championship Season 5 days of the group stage. This TGH versus USMslayer. TGH on the blue side, USMslayer on the red side as the players are moving on towards their positions. Let me talk about the sponsors of MKE Championship Season 5. Well then Tox, go ahead and fill me up on that.
The main sponsor being Genesis Store and the co-sponsors being Miya Bhai Store and Zeutan Store being the sponsors of these diamond giveaways.
Yep. And as we can see, it's gonna be a 2 versus 2 situation onto the top side and between the MM, Harry, and Moscow. And yep, actually Kofra is backing off from here, but yep, Kai still doesn't know that Aldas is there in the bush.
Martis is supposed to reach Leto, but it seems like Federer is not competing.
Actually faring off very good against Xavier, actually chomping him down to a very extent. And not just that, Carry here also actually playing really well, even though that's gonna be 1 versus 2 situation. Carry is actually able to manage to put that Moscow back to in his own. Yep, and the ultimate has been used by the Valentina using the ultimate of the Atlas. Lapu Lapu really low here, but he managed to take down that Fredrin. It's going to be a really good trade as Hyper has been traded for their roam here. And yet again, the economy lead is still in the hands of USMslayer here as they are on to 7.3k while TGS are on 7.1k. It's going to be 300 gold lead. Little measly, not too much and not too little, but yet again, TGH seeming to have the upper hand in the last fight here.
Interesting enough, like Carrie is faring pretty well with Vengeance. She can't be ganked because she'll survive with Vengeance, so they've just decided to just leave her lane alone.
Yep. And yet again, Carry is actually doing pretty well against that Moscow. Moscow isn't able to assert any dominance over that way. But yep, a free turtle actually been taken by the side of USMslayer. As Martis is actually trying to get the red buff, and it will be traded off for the red buff on his side as well. Ultimate has been used by the Atlas to just get that Valentina here, and yep, that Valentina will be falling down from the ultimate of Xavier, and this is actually a good trade for the side of USMslayer here. They got the red buff and they got a kill as well, and Martis is also really in a bad positioning here. Purify has been used by the Xavier, a really big actually, yep, even Ultimate has been used by the Yin to actually take the Lapu Lapu into his domain, and he might just be going down here.
Yep. One.
Fred was able to take that kill onto the Lapu Lapu coming out from the ultimate of that Yin. But meanwhile, what the hell, Moscow was actually able to take down that carry right on the top side for solo. Well, tables just turned on the top side for like upside down.
Moscow will take this third down most definitely.
Yep. And as we are even like looking at the bottom side, Martis is actually trying to farm here, get the gold difference to even out between the junglers, but actually the gold difference is really well seen here. It's going to be 2.8k onto the side of USMslayer. They are actually maintaining their lead, they are invading, they are getting the buffs into their hands, and the game seems to be slowly slipping away from the hands of TGH.
One thing I've noticed is that TGH is having their tank go with the Martis more often than the mage, which is a questionable play for me because I thought the mage would go around with the Kufra more often cause plays there, you know?
Yep, and here into the bottom lane side we can see Flicker being used by that Yin to actually get an ultimate onto the Lapu Lapu, but no, he'll be recalling. I don't think recall was necessary there, but yep, it's his choice, and even Yin recalled, and we can see a little bit skirmish, actually tension gathering into the mid lane, as ultimate might be used by Atlas, yet it has been used to actually just get that Valentina.
Ooh.
And counter ultimate has been used by the Valentina to actually get Atlas here, and ultimate has been opened by the Martis. Martis might be able to just go ahead. No, I think ultimate was not popped. Martis did use his ultimate, but he did not go into that active state, so yep, it will not be able to gain any more advantage from this. And meanwhile, Kufra was able to take a kill on Yin. Inspire has been popped by them in that Moscow, and he'll be taking a kill onto the Lapu Lapu, and as well as that Kufra, while Carry just manages to barely escape from him. Moscow actually getting the snowball he needs here.
Moscow has a whole.
I think he's gonna die. Yeah. Don't mess with the Martis when he's just going at you. At this early in the game, Martis is obviously gonna be stronger than Moscow. But yet again, the most needed shutdown here that they needed here, the Moscow is actually on the top of the gold here with 4.9k, followed up by Carry's 3.6k. Actually, followed up by Fredrin at 4.2k, then Carry 3.7k, and then Martis. Well, yet again, the goal lead is obviously on the right places for the side of USMslayer, as they are gonna exploit that gold lead, and yet again Ian falls down into the hands of Martis, and they just might be able to take this first tower down. Meanwhile, Carry falling down into the bottom lane side, as it was 2 versus 1. Then also Moscow was able to take a kill on that Carry, very well played. Meanwhile, ultimate has been used by the Atlas. Valentina looking to use ultimate herself, but not finding a good position. What is she doing? Yep. Ultimate has been popped by that Martis. He will be going ahead as that ultimate activates, and he will be fighting against that Fredrin. But yep, Fredrin's damage is there. The sustainability is there as Moscow takes down a tower into the bottom lane side, and the players of TGH back off.
Did you notice how Martis started taking skilling away from the Fredrin when he knew that he had 3 stacks to use ult?
Yep, not just that, the crystal energy onto the Fredrin determines how much damage he has. Ultimate has been used by Valentina, but no use, as the Purifier was popped by the Xavier to save his life. And ultimate, and the damage coming in from the Moscow is very good. He's actually able to take that Lapu Lapu down in like no time. And yep, this is what they are needed, that final push to actually gain the full advantage on the map. And USMslayer are actually gonna be taking the full control of the jungle as well as the map, as they are gonna go wait for the Lord to take it down and move ahead into those inhibitors. Yep, I think the Kufra is gonna fall down. Ultimate has been used yet again. It's gonna be a double kill for the Fredrin as he takes down that carry down as well. It's gonna be a 2-for-0 trade. All fights going into the favor of USMslayer at this point onwards. And yep, this is gonna be not so good for TGH.
Turret has been destroyed.
What went wrong for TGH? This has turned into a snowball.
Yep, it's not just that, but TGH, I think they're somewhere messed up with the play. They're somewhere messing up with the plays of their mage and the XP. They are not able to go up to their mark. And yet again, I think there's gonna be free lord as Atlas is actually successful in actually just zoning off all the members of TGH alone. So yes, we can see a total domination coming in from the side of USMslayer. The goal lead here is actually not so bad, I would say. Only 4k difference.
Yeah,
And here at the
4K.
itemization, yeah, would you go ahead and fill up at the itemization, Zentox? What do you see here?
I would say from like Moscow's side, Moscow currently has the highest goal out of both teams, and he will be causing a main factor. He does not have Demon Hunter, which is interesting to me, but Hastos will provide him a greater sustain against the Martyrs and the carry. Currently, Fredrin also has 2 core items, so that will cause him to do extreme damage when lowered. As well as Carrie is only having 2 core items yet. She needs that third golden staff to do massive damage.
Yup, and as we are looking ahead, the fight is actually breaking out. The second tiers are falling down for the TGH, and yet again, I think there's going to be a good shutdown for the Moscow. But Ultimate has been popped, 2 people has been fought, and the Xavier will be taking down a kill, as the Fredrin will also be taking down a kill, and it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade into the favor of USMslayer. And yet again, Fredrin drives in, takes a kill on that carry. There's going to be 3-for-1 trade, yet again into favor. They might just go ahead and take that inhibitor down into the mid lane.
In this end? It may
might
or it
be.
cannot be an end.
Yeah, Moscow is not there. There is not much enough tower damage here, but yet again, Martis is there to defend. So yeah, he might be able to just clear it very well as the other members are spawning from the side of TGH. I think it's gonna be yet another.
Good defense
Know
from
that-
TPH.
Yep, that top lane inhibitor is as good as gone, but yeah, yet again, it's still producing normal waves. I think it's gonna be falling down with the diff actually marching out on the top side, and
Oh, that's lucky.
Harry saves it. Well, that's very lucky here, and here we can see a little skirmish happening here. Ultimate has been popped by the Atlas to actually just get 1 member. That's also going to be the Kufra itself. Labu Labu goes in, gets 2 members in his first kill stun, and yet again, Fredrin will be taking some kill onto that Valentina. I think there's going to be a wipe as Xavier takes that Martis down. It's going to be only Lapu Lapu left to defend, and all 5 members of USMslayers are actually standing up. They might be just looking for the end at this very moment.
A fresh
Yep.
winning wave. There's only Lapu against 5 members of USM, and that's
Yep.
a recipe for
And-
disaster.
They are not gonna defend this at any cost, as the USMslayers actually just cover up that base and they are asserting their domination there. And yep, a very good victory for the side of USMslayers as they move ahead into the group stage. And TGH getting a lose here. Well, what do you think actually went wrong for the side of TGH in your Sentox?
I would like to say that the gold lane lost without any interference. After first gank on Kiri, there was no interference on that gold lane, in my opinion, and Moscow solo won the lane, and that caused a huge impact on whether TGH has damage or not.
TGH
As-
was somewhere not able to assert that domination that it was looking to dominate with that Valentina, and that Lapu Lapu was doing good at some point and doing bad at some points also. So, and that sudden spike actually coming in from Moscow, just taking 1 kill from Carrie and then just going on a spree to killing her again and again.
Agreed.
And Moscow was somewhere at the center of the reason that USMslayers won here. And that Fredrin, I would say that Fredrin did a very good job here. Here he tanked so well. He was at most of the time he was doing more than 1v1s. He was doing 1v2, 3, and he was actually winning, holding his ground against more
Yeah.
members here.
With just 1 death, 9 kills and 10 assists, and about 42% damage taken. That's half as much more damage taken than the Atlas in this team. So yes, he was a whole center point of this team, deserving of the MVP.
Alright then, well, this is gonna be it for the first match, guys, as USMslayers take the victory home and TGH are also gonna be moving ahead into the group stage, but they have suffered the loss here. So, this is gonna be it for the first match, guys. I'm Cesar and I'll be taking off for a little time as we are moving ahead into the second match. We'll be back soon, so stay tuned as we roll in the trailers.
Later.
you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end, corner lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has the flash to Slayer to get right. The two man also from the focus. Touches in his survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end, corner lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has the flash to Slayer to get right. The two man also from the focus. Touches in his survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end, corner lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has the flash to Slayer to get right. The two man also from the focus. Touches in his survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end, corner lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has the flash to Slayer to get right. The two man also from the focus. Touches in his survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
Right? Welcome back to MKE Championship Season 5. This is gonna be match 2 of the day 4 of the group stage today. And MKE Championship Season 5 is actually sponsored by Genesis Store, co-sponsored by Ivy Diamond Store and Zeutan Store. The second match is gonna be between Kanye East versus Team JHANDA. And yet again, I'm Arcesil with my co-caster Zentox, and we'll be casting these matches for you. On to you, Zentox.
Here we are. JHANDA speaking here. The first bands from Team Kanye East are Kalja and Arlet. And from JHANDA, we see Julian, and the next band will be.
Yep, the first two bans coming up are going to be Khaja Arlot. I think Arlot is going to be banned pretty much every game ever since yesterday, as Arlot displayed a very menacing gameplay into this tournament, and peeps don't want that on the map anymore. And yet again, even though Kanye East had the first pick, they banned Arlot themselves, and the last ban coming in from the side of JHANDA is Lunox. I don't know why Lunox, but care to fill me up on that, Zentox.
I assume they. Okay, because Lunox recently got a patch where she is extremely powerful towards tanky opponents now. I assume that JHANDA wants to pick tanky opponents, which you see Esmeralda and Fredrin. Two tanky picks right away.
Yeah, there are three heroes in the whole, I would say, in the whole MLBB that actually are very effective against tanky heroes. It's gonna be Claude, Carrie, and Lunox. They were actually able to cancel out Lunox, and because Claude and Carrie are both are MM, they can actually care to ban only one and just work out the other way around. But like Carrie is still there, Carrie still can melt Esmeralda, can melt Fedrin. Even though Lunox was banned out, Valir can also do a little bit of that part from the side of Lunox, as what she was able to doing. Valir's damage is also all based on burn, based on HP. So yep, that also depends very well. And even that Jiroth is gonna work very well against these tanky heroes with his second skill, the Armor Breaker.
Absolutely. Here we see Valir pick from the side of Kanye East, able to counter charge heroes such as Mincy, Fredrin, and Esmeralda.
So Mincitar is gonna be a pain. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Mincitar is actually going to be a pain for that carry, for that Zeroth, but yet Valir has no problems with Mincitar, but he might just be able to be a pain for them in like itself. And Xavier and Atlas actually getting banned from the side of Kanye East and JHANDA. I don't know why Atlas was banned here. I don't think they need it, but yet again, because Tank was not picked there, maybe that's why they can just. Yep, Tank wasn't picked yet by Kanye, so yep, Atlas ban was actually very subtle there, and yeah, the Xavier ban here.
The Xavier ban is interesting to me because the mage isn't picked yet, but what do you think? Would Xavier be a big issue for
Actually,
the picks of Kanye East?
The Xavier in playing ranks nowadays, I would say the Xavier is very powerful. The damage coming in, the scaling that comes in from the mid to late game section, the damage is there. But what makes Xavier more annoying and powerful than any other mage is his first and second skill combo. That immobilized there actually changes the game at some point. And then Valentina actually getting picked from the side of JHANDA. Actually, Valentina is going to be a really good pick here, seeing that there are so many good ultimates to actually take care from the side of Kanye East. The ultimate of Martis can come in really handy here. Even the ultimate of Loli is going to be very OP here, as even the Valentina came in with a flicker. She can just take the ultimate of Loli and use flicker with it to actually have the same results. And at the end, she can even take the ultimate of Valir, and that can act as a purifier for Valentina itself.
5 seconds till the
Absolutely.
enemy reaches the battlefield.
Now we're here in the battlefield, so I'll get to the sponsors yet again. The main sponsor being Genesis Store, and the co-sponsors being Zeutan Store and IVY Store, sponsoring the diamonds for these giveaways. So guys, be sure to redeem the codes that you see on the screen in the description below.
Yep.
Back to you.
They might be even on the screen, and they might be even be dropped in the comment sections by our host. So yep, keep an eye out from them. And yet again, we can see the whole of the team, all of the members have taken their place here. Actually, Valir going on to the red buff side of the enemy, if you would actually look at there. What was he doing there?
Cheeky fella.
Yep, and not just that, he has actually came back here, and he was actually hooked by the means that it's going to be really bad from here if he gets caught here, and the taunt is there, but Valir uses this flicker at a very good time to actually manage to get that escape from here. Very big resource actually getting burned off here this early in the game.
But the Missy did use Petrify as well, so I would say that's somewhat even.
Yep, actually Petrify has a cooldown of 75 seconds. Meanwhile, Flicker has a cooldown of 120 seconds. But Moscow here goes in onto the carry. But I think Moscow's gonna fall here itself as the Lolita goes in with the first kill to actually stun him down and take him down along with the help of carry. A very
Oh,
good reverse.
This doesn't just find who wins the laning phase, but who do you think? Who's strong in the laning phase now? We see last game Moscow won. Who do you think will this time?
It all depends on the player itself, how they are actually able to seal off the enemy MM from actually getting the goal, getting that extra snowball that they needed here. But meanwhile, we can see an engage actually coming into the mid side as Martins might be able to take him down. But yeah, zero damage is there. The second skill is so powerful in the early and mid section that Fredrin stood no chance against him. And not just that, I would say, as we were talking about the MM lane section, MM versus MM, Carry versus Moscow, yet Carry might be able to take some kill here. And yep, I think she might be just going on take anything here, but not just that.
Is there a ward?
Oh, this is so nerve-wracking here. Both of them surviving at just 1 HP.
But Moscow has ult here, so can he snipe?
Yep, I think he's gonna win again. This. Oh, hit. And he survives. Oh, well, those are some very good plays coming in from the side of that Moscow. Who is that guy? He's retired Sigma. Well, an ultimate getting popped from the Lolita. Very good ultimate actually here, getting popped. Not by Lolita, but actually it was from Valentina. And that's why they're gonna actually take the Lolita down with her own ult. And yet again, actually, Martis goes in. I don't think he's gonna be able to use his ultimate as he's in the ultimate of Minsta itself. Yes, Minsta is a perfect counter for Martis. A very good play is actually coming in from the side of Admiral Atnainu, if I'm right. Well, his players are really... Yep, but I'm like trying to be really sensitive here. I'm trying to make sure they're not wrong. Yeah. And here we can see Esmeralda actually running for her life here as the road, and we are trying to just flank her, and she's gonna be running out of mana real soon, but that doesn't matter. Martis takes him down immediately, and Moscow clear has the clear advantage over Carry, but Carry needs to farm. Carry needs that farm. I think Lolita should be sticking with her to get her farm, get her itemizations correct, cause into the later sections, later game, Carry has to be the one to actually take those front line down. If she's not there, Fredrin won't fall, Esmeralda won't fall, and they will win the game.
There's a fight going on.
Yep, I think Martis will be opening his ult here, but no, he does not have ult here as he used his earlier on Esmeralda. And here, actually, Valentina is gonna fall here, even though she had the Lolita ult, the damage from Martis was there. And a double kill, the ultimate is activated here, and he's gonna go in and take the Moscow as well, if I'm right. Yep, that ultimate, if it gets activated, god, it will take double or triple.
Definitely. As it scales with 30% increase of damage per kill, it is a really scaled ultimate now.
Yep, at first you just need enemy down to 20% to actually use it first time. Then even if the enemy is at 50%, you can just take him down. Because the damage is gonna be true damage in any way, so yeah, no defense is getting in the way. And yeah, as teams are actually looking to converge here onto the turtle side here, I'm very interested in knowing who might be the one to first take control of those pushes in that area.
Kanye East is more favorable as they have goal lead, and we see Lolita jump on Valentina.
Not just that, ultimate actually being stolen by her and actually used on her itself. Valir was actually able to get out from that ultimate stun using his ultimate. I think, yep, Flicker is there, but no, you have taken the wrong target. But he might be just falling down, the direct damage is there and he takes him down. The Lolita itself is really low, even along with the Dirot. But the Martis goes in and takes the Esmeralda down, the ultimate is there. Meanwhile, I think Carry might be falling down here and she is really low, but no, ultimate has been popped. Carry is gonna go for that reverse engage here. Meanwhile, the second skill is on point and takes him down. Yep, we need that Carry actually to be very active on the game.
Now we know he's retired.
Yep, that Sigma is gonna fall. Now he's retired for real. Well, not yet. I think he's gonna still fight for his team as JHANDA needs to get up here. And at the bottom, the entire just falls here. And Dior was looking for engage there, but no, Valentina is on the backup here, and I think Dios will be falling down here as Esmeralda chases him down, chips him down, and yep, he'll be taking him down as well. What is really important in a really sticky situation, ultimate. A Flicker has been used in a right moment here, but still, Moscow does not have the ult. He might just fall here. Minsler is really low. Martis is actually looking to go onto him. Yep. Retribution has been used. He is going. He's trying to go. Ultimate has been used, but no, it's not activated because it was on the wrong target. Moscow was not able to go down from that one ultimate itself, and Martis will be falling down.
This is why you don't auto aim.
Yep. That was a really good actually defense stopping Martis from getting near Minstar, because once that ultimate is activated, God knows what he's gonna do. And Engage coming in from the side of Zeutan, a very good petrifier to hold it down in place as the ultimate does the damage and takes that Esmeralda down. There's gonna be yet another kill into the hands of Kanye East as they're leading the score with 11-5, and the goal difference is gonna be of 3k, 21 to 19k.
A small lead for Kanye East, but it's still a chance for JHANDA to come back here.
Yep. And Kanye East needs that carry to be active at all stages of the game, as she's the only one who's gonna be chipping that Fredrin and that Esmeralda down. But I think Zeutan is actually doing that well for the early game. Zeutan is actually using his second skill, the power spike he has into the early sections of the game to actually keep these tanky opponents in check. But we still need that carry into the later phases of the game, as the CC ain't gonna be enough to as the Zeutan ain't just gonna be enough for the CC to cover.
We see a ganking more top again. Will this be a tower dive?
No, people are converging there, but if Lolita is actually able to get a very nice ult here, they might be able to take both of them down as well as the tower.
Flicker, so I'm hoping for Flicker ult.
Yeah, but no, they have no minions, as Carry is very resourcefully trying to block those minions from going inside, but no, the minion will be taken down by the tower. And yeah, it's gonna be 3 versus 3 situation yet again, as the Valir and Lolita go in to actually defend it. Moscow goes in and takes the tower, very good, and ultimate has been popped by the Lolita, and yet again only one member from the side of that Sigma is gonna be falling down yet again here. He's gonna get retired once again, and yep, the ultimate from the Valentina was a failure, as she was not able to get anyone inside. Meanwhile, in the midsection, we can see an Engage coming in onto that Fredrin. Yep, he'll be falling down. The damage is there from Martis, yet again itself. Fredrin is not doing so well in these stages of the game, as I think the Minster might also be falling down here, as the damage is there from the carry, and she's gonna be going on the mega kill spree. Esmeralda actually diving between 3 people to get what? I don't know. I think she'll be falling down here as well. This might be it was a wipeout at some point. Kanye is doing there well. Yeah.
It has turned into a snowball now with is that a 5k lead? How much is that?
I think that's gonna be, yeah, it is 5.3k lead for sure. It just increased right now. And yet again, Kanye are in the lead. And what do you think in going on to later phases of the game? Are JHANDA going to show some promise of comeback, or are they just gonna fall like this?
Most definitely, because Moscow is still strong against Carry. I would say Moscow is stronger than Carry in a 1 versus 1 situation. It's just that Moscow needs to stop being out of position for Carry to free hit him. Because last time...
and looking into the bottom lane, Zero just fall. Zero just was able to take a kill down on their Fredin yet again, but Carry, you're saying Moscow was strong, but why?
He's strong. You know what he did? He literally used his ult in the middle of those 2 basic attacking.
Yeah, but like damage, she has the snowball, so yep, the damage from DPS coming in from the side of Carry is more than Moscow right now, and this is what they need. Carry to be there, alive. And they're actually doing his job really well also, that Fredin is... This match is slowly slipping away from the hands of JHANDA as Kanye East are taking the lead. And yet again, Martis actually goes in with all the second skill. I think he's gonna pop his ultimate. No, he's not using his ultimate. He's not able to use his ultimate, as the ultimate of Minstar is there in place as Kari goes in. I think it's a monster kill on that Fredrin, and Lolita is actually doing so great job at actually blocking these spears of Moscow. And yep, Moscow can't do anything if he cannot get his basic attack through.
He is just stuck there as his first skill doesn't reset.
Yeah, but not just that, I think they're actually looking to crack that base itself here.
Oh, it's a wipeout with Minstar just coming back.
Yep, actually Minstar is actually the only problem that's in the face of the Kanye is Martis all that carry, and as well as Minnesota is blocking the ultimates of Martis, blocking the second skill of carry itself. So here's the only problem. The tanks are the only thing that are holding on to these matches for right now. And then again, the Petrify has been used along with that ultimate from the Minnesota. I have the carry just standing there and doing the damage. I think she'll be falling down here from the ultimate of Minnesota. Yep, no, the carry goes on the legendary and she's so low. Even the Minnesota is so low. Ultimate has been used by the Lolita to actually take that Valentina into the stun. And I think Valentina will be falling down from that volley damage here, but no, Lolita is the one to take the kill. It's gonna be 3-4-0 trade into the flavor of Kanye East yet again.
And this is like a 10k lead in Kanye's favor. This is turning almost hopeless for JHANDA. Do you think there's any more hopeless for them?
A 10-0-0 lead for the side of Kanye East. I don't think there is much hope left for JHANDA, as they are actually constantly making mistakes here and there, and they are getting picked off. The flex, the recall coming in from the side of Kanye East, the recall on their faces. Oh no, that this is here. Well, we did got that on tape. Well, Ultimate has been yet again caught by Mr.
In the actual chat.
Yep, that's against the rules, so they cannot do that. But yet again, Ultimate, a very major ultimate has been popped from the side of JHANDA, as the ultimate has been popped by the Minsitar, so there is no one left to actually counter carry and Martis. Now ultimate has been popped, flicker has been used. Two people caught into that stun here, and they are gonna go ahead. They're gonna give the chase. They want the wipeout. Kanye is going ahead, but no, they are gonna run with all that might. I think Esmeralda might be caught here, but ultimate has been used by that Valentina to actually get 3 people, but no, 2 of them were actually able to use their skills to purify out it there.
On the bottom lane. Uh-oh.
Yep, I think Gary will be taking that down. Yep, a legendary.
She has wind of nature. It is
the only hope of JHANDA falling down just like that on the solo on the bot lane.
The right wrong item. He has ended better instead of wind of nature here.
Yeah, this is not good. Well, they are just yet again making mistakes on the itemization, making mistakes on the rotation, getting picked off here and there, using their skills at the wrong time. So I think this is it for JHANDA. Kanye East R might be just going ahead on that base, and they might just crack it open. That crystal. Ultimate getting used from both of sides, both of Lolita getting used, but it's not gonna be enough as Carry is logged onto that base, and the damage is gonna be enough to take that small piece of crystal down very easily. And then again, there's a very deserving victory actually going on into the hands of Kanye East. And yep, JHANDA actually falling down here. Not a single gold here, but I would say that Valentina did tried her best, as Ultimates that were stolen from Lolita were actually put to good use here. She was actually using it really well. But yet again, Kanye East as an overall player, all the players on the side of Kanye East were actually doing really well, isn't that right, Santox?
Absolutely. This is the difference between a team who can play well and not be that good, but as long as they don't make mistakes and make less mistakes than me, they will win no matter what. That's exactly what we saw here.
Yeah, but this is it for the match number 2, guys. Kanye East versus JHANDA. Kanye East takes a win with 28-7. 7 on JHANDA, of course. And yet again, there's gonna be MKE Championship Season 5, day 4 of the group stage. MKE Championship Season 5 actually being sponsored by
Genesis Store, and the co-sponsors being IVY Store and Zeutan Store, sponsoring diamonds for these giveaways.
Yep, and I'm gonna be Zazel with my co-casters and talks, and we'll be taking our leave for now. Stay tuned for our more upcoming matches onto your way on your screen for tonight.
Later, people.
Peace.
Vengeance. So they've just decided to just leave her lane alone.
Yep. And yet again, Carry is actually doing pretty well against that Moscow. Moscow isn't able to assert any dominance over that way. But yep, a free turtle actually been taken by the side of USMslayer. As Martis is actually
take this turtle down most definitely.
Yep. And as we are even like looking at the bottom side, Martis is actually trying to farm here, get the gold difference to even out between the junglers, but actually the gold difference is really well seen here. It's going to be 2.8k onto the side of USMslayer. They are actually maintaining their lead. No, I think ultimate was not popped. Martis did use his ultimate, but he did not go into that active state. So yep, it will not be able to gain any other any more advantage from this. And meanwhile, Kufra was able to take a kill on Yin. Inspire has been popped by them in that Moscow, and he'll be taking a kill onto the push to actually gain the full advantage on the map. And USMslayer are actually gonna be taking the full control of the jungle as well as the map, as they are gonna go wait for the Lord to take it down and move ahead into those inhibitors. Yeah, I think the Kufra is gonna fall down. Ultimate has been used here, and again it's gonna be a double kill for the Fredrin as he takes down that carry. Yup, and as we are looking ahead, the fight is actually breaking out. The second tiers here are falling down for the CGH, and yet again I think there's gonna be a good shutdown for the Moscow, but Ultimate has been popped, two people has been fought, and Xavier will be taking down a kill, as the Fredrin will also be taking down a kill, and it's gonna be a 2-4. Oh, well, those are some very good plays coming in from the side of that Moscow. Who is that guy? He's retired Sigma. Well, an ultimate getting popped from the Lolita. Very good ultimate actually here, getting popped. Not by Lolita, but actually it was from Valentina. And that's why they're gonna actually take the Lolita.
Moscow is still strong against Carry. I would say Moscow is stronger than Carry in a 1-versus-1 situation. It's just that Moscow needs to stop being out of position for Carry to free hit him. Because last time...
and looking into the bottom lane, Zero just fall. Zero just was able to take a kill down on their Fredin yet again, but as Kanye start taking the lead. And yet again, Martis actually goes in with all the second skill. I think he's gonna pop his ultimate. No, he's not using his ultimate. He's not able to use his ultimate as the ultimate of Mr. is there in place as Kari goes in. I think it's a monster kill on that. Fredrin and Lolita is actually doing.
He is just stuck there as his first skill doesn't reset.
Yep, and not just that, I think they're actually looking to crack that base itself here.
Oh, it's a wipeout with Minster just coming back. Vengeance, so they've just decided to just leave her lane alone.
Yep. And yet again, Carry is actually doing pretty well against that Moscow. Moscow isn't able to assert any dominance over that way. But yep, a free turtle actually been taken by the side of USMslayer. As Martis is actually...
Take this turtle down most definitely.
Yep, and as we are even like looking at the bottom side, Martis is actually trying to farm here, get the gold, the difference to even out between the junglers, but actually the gold difference is really well seen here. It's going to be 2.8k onto the side of USMslayer. They are actually maintaining their lead. No, I think ultimate was not popped. Martis did use his ultimate, but he did not go into that active state, so yep, it will not be able to gain any more advantage from this. And meanwhile, Kufra was able to take a kill on Yin. Inspire has been popped by them in that Moscow, and he'll be taking a kill onto the push to actually gain the full advantage on the map. And USMslayer are actually gonna be taking the full control of the jungle as well as the map, as they are gonna go wait for the Lord to take it down and move ahead into those inhibitors. Yeah, I think the Kufra is gonna fall down. Ultimate has been used here, and again it's gonna be a double kill for the Fredin as he takes down that carry. Yup, and as we are looking ahead, the fight is actually breaking out. The second tiers here are falling down for the CGH, and yet again I think there's gonna be a good shutdown for the Moscow, but ultimate has been popped, two people has been fought, and Xavier will be taking down a kill, as the Fredin will also be taking down a kill, and it's gonna be a 2-4. Oh, well, those are some very good plays coming in from the side of that Moscow. Who is that guy? He's retired Sigma. Well, an ultimate getting popped from the Lolita. Very good ultimate actually here, getting popped. Not by Lolita, but actually it was from Valentina. And that's why they're gonna actually take the Lolita.
Moscow is still strong against Carry. I would say Moscow is stronger than Carry in a 1-versus-1 situation. It's just that Moscow needs to stop being out of position for Carry to free hit him. Because last time...
and looking into the bottom lane, Zero just fall. Zero just was able to take a kill down on their Fredin yet again, but as Kanye start taking the lead. And yet again, Martis actually goes in with all the second skill. I think he's gonna pop his ultimate. No, he's not using his ultimate. He's not able to use his ultimate as the ultimate of Mr. is there in place as Kari goes in. I think it's a monster kill on that. Fredrin and Lolita is actually doing.
He is just stuck there as his first skill doesn't reset.
Yep, and not just that, I think they're actually looking to crack that base itself here.
Oh, it's a wipeout with Minster just coming back. Vengeance, so they've just decided to just leave her lane alone.
Yep. And yet again, Carry is actually doing pretty well against that Moscow. Moscow isn't able to assert any dominance over that way. But yep, a free turtle actually been taken by the side of USMslayer. As Martis is actually
Take this turret down most definitely.
Yep, and as we are even like looking at the bottom side, Martis is actually trying to farm here, get the gold the difference to even out between the junglers, but actually the goal difference is really well seen here. It's gonna be 2.8k onto the side of USMslayer. They are actually maintaining their lead. No, I think ultimate was not popped. Martis did use his ultimate, but he did not go into that active state. So yep, it will not be able to gain any more advantage from this. And meanwhile, Kufra was able to take a kill on Yin. Inspire has been popped by that means that Moscow, and he'll be taking a kill onto that push to actually gain the full advantage on the map. And USMslayer are actually gonna be taking the full control of the jungle as well as the map, as they are gonna go wait for that lot to take it down and move ahead into those inhibitors. Yeah, I think the Kufra is gonna fall down. Ultimate has been used here, and again it's gonna be a double kill for the Fredrin as he takes down that carry. Yup, and as we are looking ahead, the fight is actually breaking out. The second tiers are falling down for the CGH, and yet again, I think there's going to be a good shutdown for the Moscow. But ultimate has been popped, two people has been fought, and the Xavier will be taking down a kill, as the Fredin will also be taking down a kill, and it's going to be a 2-4. Oh, well, those are some very good plays coming in from the side of that Moscow. Who is that guy? He's retired Sigma. Well, an ultimate getting popped from the Lolita. Very good ultimate actually here, getting popped. Not by Lolita, but actually it was from Valentina. And that's why they're gonna actually take the Lolita.
Moscow is still strong against Carry. I would say Moscow is stronger than Carry in a 1 vs 1 situation. It's just that Moscow needs to stop being out of position for Carry to free hit him. Because last time...
and looking at the bottom lane, Dero just fall. Dero just was able to take a kill down on their Fedin yet again, but as Kanye start taking the lead. And yet again, Martis actually goes in with all the second skill. I think he's gonna pop his ultimate. No, he's not using his ultimate. He's not able to use his ultimate as ultimate of Mr. is there in place as Kari goes in. I think it's a monster kill on that. Fredrin and Lolita is actually doing.
He is just stuck there as his first skill doesn't reset.
Yep, and not just that, I think they're actually looking to crack that base itself here.
Oh, it's a wipeout with Minstar just coming back. Vengeance, so they've just decided to just leave her lane alone.
Yep. And yet again, Carry is actually doing pretty well against that Moscow. Moscow isn't able to assert any dominance over that way. But yep, a free turtle actually been taken by the side of USMslayer. As Martis is actually...
Take this turret down most definitely.
Yep, and as we are even like looking at the bottom side, Martis is actually trying to farm here, get the gold the difference to even out between the junglers, but actually the goal difference is really well seen here. It's going to be 2.8k onto the side of USMslayer. They are actually maintaining their lead. No, I think ultimate was not popped. Martis did use his ultimate, but he did not go into that active state. So yep, it will not be able to gain any more advantage from this. And meanwhile, Kufra was able to take a kill on Yin. Inspire has been popped by that means that Moscow, and he'll be taking a kill onto that push to actually gain the full advantage on the map. And USMslayer are actually gonna be taking the full control of the jungle as well as the map, as they are gonna go wait for that lot to take it down and move ahead into those inhibitors. Yeah, I think the Kufra is gonna fall down. Ultimate has been used here, and again it's gonna be a double kill for the Fredrin as he takes down that carry. Yup, and as we are looking ahead, the fight is actually breaking out. The second tiers are falling down for the CGH, and yet again, I think there's going to be a good shutdown for the Moscow. But ultimate has been popped, two people has been fought, and the Xavier will be taking down a kill, as the Fredin will also be taking down a kill, and it's going to be a 2-4. Oh, well, those are some very good plays coming in from the side of that Moscow. Who is that guy? He's retired Sigma. Well, an ultimate getting popped from the Lolita. Very good ultimate actually here, getting popped. Not by Lolita, but actually it was from Valentina. And that's why they're gonna actually take the Lolita.
Moscow is still strong against Carry. I would say Moscow is stronger than Carry in a 1 vs 1 situation. It's just that Moscow needs to stop being out of position for Carry to free hit him. Because last time...
and looking at the bottom lane, Dero just fall. Dero just was able to take a kill down on their Fedin yet again, but as Kanye start taking the lead.
Oh.
And yet again, Martis actually goes in with all the second skill. I think he's gonna pop his ultimate. No, he's not using his ultimate. He's not able to use his ultimate as the ultimate of Mr. Is there in place as Kyrie goes in, taking a monster kill on that. Fred Train and Lolita is actually doing.
He is just stuck here as his first skill doesn't reset.
Yep, and not just that, I think they are actually looking to crack that base itself here.
Oh. It's a wipeout with Minstar just coming back. Vengeance. So they've just decided to just leave her lane alone.
Yep. And yet again, Carry is actually doing pretty well against that Moscow. Moscow isn't able to assert any dominance over that way. But yep, a free turtle actually been taken by the side of USMslayer. As Martis is actually
Take this turret down most definitely.
Yep. And as we are even like looking at the bottom side, Martis is actually trying to farm here, get the gold the difference to even out between the junglers, but actually the goal difference is really well seen here. It's going to be 2.8k onto the side of USMslayer. They are actually maintaining their lead. No, I think ultimate was not popped. Martis did use his ultimate, but he did not go into that active state. So yep, it will not be able to gain any more advantage from this. And meanwhile, Kufra was able to take a kill on Yin. Inspire has been popped by them in that Moscow, and he'll be taking a kill onto the onto that push to actually gain the full advantage on the map. And USMslayer are actually gonna be taking the full control of the jungle as well as the map, as they are gonna go wait for that lot to take it down and move ahead into those inhibitors. Yep, I think the Kufra is gonna fall down. Ultimate has been used yet again. It's gonna be a double kill for the Fredrin as he takes down that carry. Yep, and as we are looking ahead, the fight is actually breaking out. The second tiers are falling down for the CGH, and yet again, I think there's going to be a good shutdown for the Moscow. But ultimate has been popped, 2 people has been fought, and the Xavier will be taking down a kill, as the Fredrin will also be taking down a kill. It's going to be a 2-4. Oh, well, those are some very good plays coming in from the side of that Moscow. Who is that guy? He's retired Sigma. Well, an ultimate getting popped from the Lolita. Very good ultimate actually here, getting popped. Not by Lolita, but actually it was from Valentina. And that's why they're gonna actually take the Lolita.
Moscow is still strong against Carry. I would say Moscow is stronger than Carry in a 1-versus-1 situation. It's just that Moscow needs to stop being out of position for Carry to free hit him. Because last time...
and looking into the bottom lane, Zero just...
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end, corner lord also approaching, especially towards the backline. He goes in and connects it on 2 people. And she has the flash to MLBB to get right. The 2-man outfit from the Cooper. Reflections in his survive. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to him, but the Martis is gonna make sure that he gets 2 of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the MKE Championship Season 5, which is sponsored by Genesis Store and co-sponsored by Ivy Store and Zeutan Store. I'm Saskia along with my partner Richie, and we'll be the casters of this game. By the way, this is the game between Miya Bhai, which will be on the blue side, taking on Team L&D on the right side.
I didn't cure the pain.
Your team is
This is an amazing start to this match. But before we start the match, we should talk about the sponsors, which include Genesis Store, Zeutan Store, and IVI Store. And speaking of the sponsors, they're helping with us our giveaways. So our previous giveaway has its own winner, which is underscore Nicholas11 underscore underscore. A lot of underscores, but never mind that. Let's just go into the match.
Definitely, and we are seeing Valentina as well as an Eaton band coming in from blue side. Meanwhile, there is an Atlas as well as the Fred Rain band from the right side, but they will be locking down that hero, that is the Arlot, within an instant. That is the blue side. What would be the counter pick for this hero?
They didn't ban Mincy. Mincy is still open, so who knows? This might be a Mincy tank pick or something special. Zilong.
Well, that is quite an unexpected pick we are witnessing, but this Arlot is quite a flex pick, you can use it in EXP as well as in the Hyper, and with the spell change from Petrify to Retribution. We are assuming that this Arlot is going to be the Hyper, but he did change it, so I guess he is quite confusing us too.
Let's see, he might go wrong, who knows? He might go mage, who knows?
Well, that is up to the sea, but we are seeing a Moscow pick as well as that is a Farsha in the showcase. Okay, they will be locking down that Farsha, so quite a good pick in my opinion for the blue side.
Yes. Farsa and Monster. We've seen Monster already in the past few matches. He's been bad in the past few matches. So let's hope this Monster is completely different than the last match. We want to see Monster action, We don't want to see a Monster being destroyed 24/7.
Well, a Moscow against a Zilong, I do question it, but Zilong is quite a late game ambusher hero. A lot of Zilong players, that is one trigger hero. They are quite demonic in their hero, but meanwhile we are seeing a Veil ban coming in from right side. That is not a good ban, I do think, because they have secured a Farsha, so why would be they banning that Veil?
I just say it's a misban then at this point. There's no reason for this.
A EU ban coming in from Team Blue side, that is a Miya Bhai. Okay, that is a Saber showcase. Well, the draft which is on the red team, red side, is quite questionable pick, but I don't know, they might have something under their sleeves, or okay, that was a Saber showcase this time, it's a Gushan.
Do you want to make friends with
Your
Nana?
team
What is it?
They
What's
will
Nana?
be locking down that Nana.
What is this season 1 comp except Brody? It's we're back in season 1 on the on our LMB side. LND side. What is this?
I don't even know. They are here to surprise everyone with their questionable draft, it seems.
And we have the jungler. We have the Mortis over here. With the Mortis and Arlott, nothing stopping this team.
Definitely, we can see there is an Arlott, there is a Tigreal too, and as well as there is a Martis. So the CC coming in from Team Miya Bhai is just too much to handle. Well, that is the last pick, and it will be Karina. They are showcasing it right now, but there is.
Imagine it's Saber. They could lock down on Saber and just go for the full season 1 comp.
Well, even in Karina, okay, but they will be securing that cushion, so I'm assuming that cushion is here on Hyper. Yeah, it is.
Now, before the match starts, what's your predictions? What are your predictions, Sasuke?
Well, it quite an unexpected draft of Team Red, that is the L&D. Well, I would like to see the Team Red to win from this odd draft. It's quite too much to ask for, but I won't be surprised to win. if we talk about the draft, it's sure like Team Blue will be winning, but I would like to go up against my odds. Like I would vouch for Team Red to win this game and just show all of the viewers that you can even win from the unexpected draft. You just have to have confidence in yourself.
We do share the same mind because both Nana and Zilon have unexpectedly great late game. So both of them have champion heroes and dangerous like bursters. So we could see who wins. That's a high enjoy Zilon too, so don't be alone with that, man.
Yeah, but the only thing that Team Red is lacking is the frontliner and the CC. Well, I don't see any of the Team Red hero who is giving much CC. Meanwhile, Team Blue, they have ton of CC in them.
And while the match is starting, we'll just talk about like the sponsors one more time, which is Genesis Store
MKE
and the
Championship Season 5 is sponsored by Genesis Store and co-sponsored by IV Store and Zeutan Store. Meanwhile, we are seeing like, okay, Gushan is gonna secure his blue, but I was assuming like Tigreal might be there just to disrupt him, but he is trying to give vision and also avoiding Franco to invade the air.
3-man charge. That was a 3-man charge over there.
Meanwhile, in the goal lane, we are seeing like the battle of the marksmen. Both of the marksmen are pretty low. Well, Brody is quite taking down. Meanwhile, we are seeing that our Lord 2 secures a first blood over to that Gushan invading to the red buff jungle.
And that just, okay, both sides, that just felt personal on that Brody and that Gushan. I don't think that Gushan expected that, honestly. It's like the same deck at top now.
Definitely, things are not looking well from start for Team Red, it seems, but Zilong is in his tower.
What else can he do? He can't just like leave the lane. A fed audit is worse than a lost tower. And now, can he defend this? Nope. And this is a summation by Martis on that poor Zilong. And this might be a double. Oh, this
might be, but Franco is there, and that is the double kill for Martis. You know, the turtle is up, and that might be a free turtle for Team Miya Bhai. Meanwhile, in the gold lane, both of the marksmen are just farming. Well, nothing odd to say.
Brody.
Meanwhile, we are seeing that Gushan is trying to steal, but he will be caught off guard. As he was trying to make a play, that is the 4v1. You know, he has to get too much guts to just went in 4v1 situation over there.
I mean, it's just a saying of like, instead of crying about it that I should have done this, just do it. Just try it.
Yeah, that's what it got off guard and gave a kill. It's a 5-0. Speaking of, it's only 3 minutes and we are seeing like Team Miya Bhai is already having a gold lead of 2k gold. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Tigreal uses ultimate over that Brody and he will be down as Moscow secures a kill over that. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Arlo 2 managed to secure a kill over that Zilong. So both of the side laners are down, you know, and both of the side laners might get this opportunity to chunk down that gold tower. Meanwhile, in the Franco 2 uses hook and ultimate over to that the Tigreal, but Martis is there to secure the kill and he'll be going on to that killing spree. There is a backup from Team Red and both of the teams will be retreating for now.
Martis dived in the turret, but then remembering that the second day's third match was like, nope, I'm not having a shutdown right now. That is not a perfect time. I'll just leave this him alive.
Definitely, and we are go Brody getting down again. That is a 1-for-2 trade. You know, things are not looking well for Brody. It's a 3-0-for-3 score for Brody. Moscow is getting some farm, you know. And
both side laners are suffering. Both Zilong and Brody are suffering here.
Definitely, as the game proceeds, you know, the gold lead is getting too much. It's a 4k gold lead, but in the mid lane, we are seeing like Nana is in trouble. Her passive will be popped out, but she will be safe. But Nana should retreat, or well, she should retreat, I guess.
She should retreat. Force just easily pop her, but it's not. The Force is waiting.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, our Lord 2 secures a mega kill. that is 4-0. No, they are looking quite confident, and this time it will be again a free turtle for Team Miya Bhai.
What do you like? This is the worst case scenario for like Team LND. Their early game marksman is losing to Moskov.
Well,
How do you think they can like?
They should play it safe because they don't have farm. That is the enemy is leading. Meanwhile, again, Arlo 2 managed to secure a kill. In the top lane, Gushan is there, but E2 uses ultimate and dagger combination, but that damage won't be good enough to get a kill over that Arlo. His backup is there, but Lord 2 managed to secure a kill over that Nana. He is looking for more. He is going for that Gushan and he uses his ultimate, but Gushan is running low. There is possibility, but he will be going down to secure a kill over that Gushan. Meanwhile, Tigreal 2 uses his flicker ultimate combination. Look down, 2 of the members. There is a backup. Killing spree for Fasha, securing down that Zilong, and Martis will be taking down a kill over that Franco.
Miya Bhai just proved that he is a tank mid. Like, he just lives through all of that. Dies with 2 turrets, gets a set off, and just leaves peacefully.
Definitely.
Most of the damage.
If we talk about the gold lead, it's nearly an 8k gold lead. Things are not looking that well. They should play it safe, in my opinion. If they want to come back, there might be any possibilities, but they are pushing from all of the sides. That is the top lane. Meanwhile, we can see that Moscow is dealing a ton amount of damage along with the Fasha. Fasha, they managed to secure a kill over that Franco. There is the flicker ultimate combination from the Tigreal. Double kill for Martis. He will be going down for triple kill. Martis is slow, but he will be recalling. Meanwhile, Nana is coming from back, but her damage won't be enough, and Moscow secures that kill.
It's a 22-0 right now. It sits with its. These matches.
They might be looking for something, maybe they planned something and it didn't execute it that well. That's what went wrong for Team Red. That's what I'm hoping. But we can see the 10 dagger combination over to Moscow. He will be taking down. Gushan will be taking down a kill over that Moscow. Moscow was pretty in odd position. Like, he was overextending too much. He had too much confidence in him. Like, he can do a 1v4 situation, in my opinion. But Gushan was there. He managed to secure a kill.
And onto the build side, as you can see here, the Frightro has not made his first item yet. This is what do you say about this? What do you have any words for this, Azazel?
Meanwhile, we are seeing a turtle contest. Kushan was too aggressive and he will be taken down instantly. There goes the third turtle in favor of Team Miya Bhai in the top lane. Arlot is getting a free farm, I guess. That Arlot with that Hydra is too deadly, it seems.
But that's a lot too. I think that's just a fourth minion to him at this point. He's way too fed.
Indeed. Meanwhile, we can see that Brody is camping. He's trying to wait for someone and just to invade, but things. Sorry.
That airstrike.
Is a flicker ultimate combination, and Arlot will be securing a kill. Meanwhile, things are not looking well for Brody. That is the ultimate. That goes the headshot from Moscow. He throws a spear and it just connects to the Brody. He's securing down a kill. Arlot will be taking down from the tower damage. Nice hook coming in from Franco this time.
They're just trying to end the state as fast as possible, but because of that, they're being greedy.
Oh, look at that flame shot. Moscow deleted immediately. There goes the 10 dagger combination. Gushan will be there, but Martis won't be able, he will be disrupting Gushan's movement speed and taking down a kill. But within an instant, Fasha 2 gets down. I think that was Zilong who secures a kill over that Fasha.
Yeah, his first kill of the game, but that Farsa was very out position. I wonder why she used her ult like that.
It's been around 8 minutes, and Team L&D, they are showing something like this is it. You have shown what you can do. Now it's our time. Even there is 11k more than 11k gold gap. Well, it's not 11k. Sorry.
It's 7K
minus
now.
7k. Yeah, 7k. But they are doing it pretty well. But here is the Tigreal. He'll be using his ultimate, and Gushen will be down. Moscow secures the kill. Nana is in the odd position. Martis will be securing that kill. That is what you get if you would extend.
Well, it seems peaceful now. I just now need to talk about the builds here. With Arlet completing like 4 damage items with Hunter, Blade 7, and Endless Battle, and Mostrop already completed his Trinity build. And he was mic going for Revenge to Nature. Oh wait, we have a Mostrop in the Brody here.
Yeah, we can. Speaking of Brody, he has completed 2 of his items. That's the Heptasis and Malefic Roar. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, they have opened down the road to the base. Farsha will be securing, but no, Nana will be taking down that kill over to the Farsha. Things are not looking well. Tigreal 2 uses his ultimate, but Martis will be securing that kill. Legendary Martis 4. He goes for more, he secures a double kill. He might go for the triple kill, but no, Arlott will be securing that kill over to the Brody. Tigreal is there, he might be taken down. Okay, that is the killing streak for Franco. Well,
that was a killing spree?
That is a killing spree for Franco, you know. I wonder how did he manage to take that 3 kills, and meanwhile we can see like they are trying to end, but that is a shutdown for Franco. Arlott 2 managed to secure it, but Zilong will be taking down that Arlott. They are, no, I think Team Blue at this point they are trying to end the base without even the minions.
That is true. There are 2 fortress on any of the name. They should like take it slow, and we have Farsa ulting in with Feather Strike.
The damage coming in from Farsha, that is just too much. Meanwhile, where Brody is using his ultimate, but Moscow is low, and Nana will be securing that kill. Even Farsha is low, but there is the minions. Martis is going down. He's pretty tanky. Gushen won't be able to deal any damage, but it is there. They will be managing to save their base for some time. There is some space.
Oh my, this match is unexpected. Like you said, we should give LND some support, but like this proves that if you have confidence in your picks, you can like win with whatever you can. But like
immediately there is a 10 dagger combination Gushen, but he won't be, you know, targeting or going down for the kill. He knows like his damage is lacking. They're playing safe. Nana uses his ultimate. Farsha is pretty low.
But I think they're just waiting for Tier to ult at this point. His flicker is coming very soon.
Brody is there. He is stacking up his passive skills over to the hero. There we go. Arlott do uses, and there we go. That's his kill coming in from Arlott, but he'll be going down as Franco uses his ultimate and secures a kill over that. But there is Moscow is dealing ton amount of damage. He'll be taking down, just chunking down the base, and he'll be ending. That is the game for Team Miya Bhai, taking down this victory.
GG well played to Team Miya Bhai, and honestly, the play that Mostra was just taking his time with the turret and just hitting a few basic attacks on whatever target was near him, and then the turret, and then someone else, and then the turret, and then Nana, and then the turret.
That was quite a match, you know. Like, in spite of having the sword pick, they were playing. They were too focused. Like, they too managed to take down some kills. What did the lack was the vision and the front line from the rumor, as you know, Franco can't provide those things like the CC as well as the frontline vision. He was hooking, his hooks were quite on point, but there were some misses, but
that is also why we have tanky sideliners, so that like there's another person to check pushes for you.
But this time they had a Zilong. I was expecting high hopes for Zilong in the late game, like he'll be having a lot of amount of damage, but he was not having good time against Arlott, as Arlott was on high and dry. Well, this is it for this game. This is MKE Championship Season 5, sponsored by Genesis Store and co-sponsored by Ivy Store and Zeutan Store. I'm Sasuke along with my partner Richie, and we'll be signing off. Wait for the next match, guys. We'll be coming back again.
See ya.
See Like the battle of the marksmen. Both of the marksmen are pretty low. Well, Brody is quite taking down. Meanwhile, we are seeing that our Lord 2 secures a first blood over to that cushion, invading to the red buff jungle.
And that just, okay, both sides leave the lane. A fed audit is worse than a lost tower. And now, can you defend this? Nope. And this is a summation by Mortis on that poor Zilon. And this might be a double. Oh, this
might be, but Franco is there. Franco is there, and that is the double kill for Martis. You know, the turtle is up, and that might be a free turtle for Team Miya Bhai. Meanwhile, in the gold lane, both of the marksmen are just farming. Well, nothing odd to say.
Brody,
Meanwhile, we are seeing that Cushion is trying to steal, but it's a 5-4-0. Speaking of, it's only 3 minutes, and we are seeing like Team Miya Bhai is already having a gold lead of 2k gold. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Tigreal uses ultimate over that Brody, and he'll be down as Moscow secures a kill over that. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Arlo 2 managed to secure a kill over that Zilong. So both of the side laners are down, you know, and both of the side laners might get this opportunity to chunk down that gold tower. Meanwhile, in the Franco 2 uses hook and ultimate over to that the Tigreal, but Martis is there to secure the kill, and he'll be going on to that kill now.
Mortis dived in that turret, but then remembering the second days' third match was like, nope, I'm not having a shutdown right now. That is not a perfect time. I'll just leave this alive.
Definitely, and we are go Brody getting down again. That is a 1-for-2 trade, you know. But that damage won't be good enough to get a kill over that our Lord. His backup is there, but our Lord 2 managed to secure a kill over that Nana. He is looking for more. He is going for that Gushan, and he uses his ultimate, but Gushan is running low. There is possibility, but he will be Gushan, and he uses his ultimate, but Gushan is running low. There is possibility, but he will be going down to secure a kill over that Gushan. Meanwhile, Tigreal 2 uses his flicker ultimate combination. Look down, 2 of the members. There is a backup. Killing spree for Fasha, securing down that Zilong and Mark. They are pushing from all of the sides. That is the top lane. Meanwhile, we can see that Moscow is dealing a ton amount of damage along with the Fasha. Fasha, they managed to secure a kill over that Franco. There is the flicker ultimate combination from the Tigreal. Double kill for Martis. He will be going down for triple kill. Martis is...
See here, the Franco has not made his first item yet. This is... What do you say about this? What do you have any words for this, Azazel?
Meanwhile, we are seeing a turtle contest. Cushion was too aggressive, and he will be taken down. Might be taken down. Okay, that is the killing spree for Franco. Well,
that was a killing spree?
That is a killing spree for Franco, you know. I wonder how did he manage to take that 3 kills. And meanwhile, we can see like they are trying to end, but that is a shutdown for Franco. Arlo 2 managed seeing like the battle of the marksmen. Both of the marksmen are pretty low. Well, Brody is quite taking down. Meanwhile, we are seeing that our Lord 2 secures a first blood over to that cushion, invading to the red buff jungle.
And that just, okay, both sides leave the lane. A fed audit is worse than a lost tower. And now, can you defend this? Nope. And this is a summation by Mortis on that poor Zilon. And this might be a double. Oh, this
might be, but Franco is there. Franco is there, and that is the double kill for Martis. You know, the turtle is up, and that might be a free turtle for Team Miya Bhai. Meanwhile, in the gold lane, both of the marksmen are just farming. Well, nothing odd to say.
Brody,
Meanwhile, we are seeing that Cushion is trying to steal, but it's a 5-4-0. Speaking of, it's only 3 minutes, and we are seeing like Team Miya Bhai is already having a gold lead of 2k gold. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Tigreal uses ultimate over that Brody, and he'll be down as Moscow secures a kill over that.
show you what fighting really is.
Coming in the far end, corner lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And he has the flash to MLBB get right. The two-man outlet from the super reflections in his survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to them, but the Martis is gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming in the far end, corner lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And he has the flash to MLBB get right. The two-man outlet from the super reflections in his survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum way too close to them, but the Martis is gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the MKE Championship Season 5, which is sponsored by Genesis Store and co-sponsored by Ivy Store and Zeutan Store. I'm Sasuke along with my partner Richie, and will be the casters of this game, which is going to be the Old G versus Spain. Old G being on blue side, taking on their enemy Spain on the red side. Moving on to the draft phase, we are seeing that is the carry and glue ban coming in from Old G, and vice versa, that is the Fredrin as well as our Lord coming in from Spain.
Yeah. Arlott, obviously a hero's gonna be banned constantly, but before we continue with the matches and the bans, we have a redeem code. You can get free diamonds from that, from the giveaways from our sponsors, that is Genesis Store, Zeutan Store, and IVI Store. And it's first come, first serve. Do write that code down and be the lucky winner to get free diamonds. Anyways, continuing back to the match, we have Prairie and Glue from the Pain side, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
No, the blue team is Old G, and they'll be picking down that Moscow as their first pick. Meanwhile, Spain will be locking down that Lapu Lapu as well as the Martis for their first two picks. Meanwhile, we are seeing a Luo E pick. Luo E is quite a good pick, but I don't think that is a good mage against a Martis or a Lapu Lapu, because you can see Lapu Lapu can jump down onto the backline killer, as well as Martis will be disrupting his whole area of damage, giving a continuous CC, and there is a high loss as the rumor for Team Old G.
Both Martis and Leo having CC and Lapu having CC immune, so that Lu Yi needs to be very careful on where she stands. And Brody with a marksman pick coming from the Pain side, and a Kufra ban. That's interesting. Although the tank has been picked, why do you think so? Do you think they think that Hylos is a jungler or sideliner?
Well, I don't know about it, but they might have done some homework regarding they could have used that Hylos in EXP and take down another tank like a Kufra or something, or they have something in their hands or to pick off. Meanwhile, we are seeing a Xavier ban coming in from Old G. That is a good ban.
That is honestly, Xavier is a very annoying mage in Dread meta, but Yiv's left open to destroy. Oh, that's a Charger pick. Oh, to counter Lu Yi. Maybe never mind. It's a Farsa lock.
They will be going with Pasha. Yes, the Feather Strike will be giving down, and the range they needed, team red side, that is Spain, they have Brody as well as the Farsha, the backliner, the range for that team. As the frontliner, they do have Martis as well as Lapu Lapu defend and jump on the enemy backline. Meanwhile, we are seeing a Min Star pick coming in from Team Old G. as the fourth pick, what will be the final pick? Okay, there is going to be a Saber. Well, I am quite amused to see a Saber hyper.
Honestly, yeah, to counter what? Like, Farsa's purified, the bloody side are hard to catch. So, and one more thing, I think I was right, maybe. They might be taking their Hylos' side, and this time maybe Hylos' side or Mincy's side, surprisingly
Well,
enough.
I do think like Mincy will be the side. I don't know, Minstar is quite a good pick to counter down that Martis, and I do think like Saber will be just to pick to secure that kill over to that marksman or either that Farsha.
And our final tank pick is Bellerit to counter either Mincy or Hylos. Bellerit. What do you think of Bellerit in this comp?
Well, Balric is good, but I don't really know. Like, people are not using that hero that much, but this might be quite interesting to see how the draft will be responding to each other. Both of the teams have selected their draft. The drafts has been picked. What do you think? Which team has the upper hand regarding based on the draft?
Honestly, though, the balance between Pain's side is perfect. You have two heavy frontliners and a Bellerit to protect your backliner. So we'll see. With Louis there, it also like screws it up because she can just teleport to your backline. So who knows? Who knows? We might see a Louis Hylos combo. It just depends.
Definitely, you know, that is what, like, in the late game, Moscow is quite dangerous. So, you know, along with that Louis Moscow Hylos combination, we might see an interesting match between these two teams. The match is we are in the land of Dawn, witnessing a very great fight between these two teams. I would like to remind you the sponsor of this championship, that is the MKE Championship Season 5, is sponsored by Genesis Store and co-sponsored by Ivy Store and Zeutan Store.
Now we have everyone going to their sides. Mincy trying to like help out Moskov. This might be an early hook. Oh no, never mind, just clearing his lane. Oh?
That is the hook, and you know, we are seeing Minstar on Rome. That is the high loss on the EXP, so that is why they banned that Cobra. They have done their homework. Meanwhile, we are seeing that in the mid lane, both of the the mage as well as the hyper is quite low. Farsha is low too. She was about to take a kill. Meanwhile, Martis is there. He'll be taking down that red buff without any hesitation.
No one's there to stop him, so yeah, he can free take that. And why did Saber come back?
Well, he did wanted to take his red buff, and he did use his retribution, allowing him to take down that buff, but Martis avenging him and securing a kill over that hyper. Meanwhile, we are seeing Baleric, a Minstar might be in trouble, and that is the Brody securing a kill over to that Minstar. Meanwhile, we are seeing that Moscow is there. He'll be stunning him and dealing some damage, but there is the Farsha for the backup.
Oh, this Farsa was close. Monster like realized that Farsa was up behind it and just like ran away. This would be a kill on Farsa if Saber comes here right now. And
definitely, and we are seeing that the turtle is gonna spawn up, and we are now Martis is quite at a good position. Meanwhile, we are seeing that Saber is on the bottom lane. They might have a good opportunity. Meanwhile, we are seeing that Hylos was forced to use down his ultimate. That will be in this team fight, like Team Red, that is the pain, have an upper hand. Like the EXP don't have the ultimate to charge. The turtle is quite low. There is a feather extraction. Martis securing down the turtle. The ultimate from Balric. Meanwhile, Saber using down his ultimate over to the tank. That is the combination of yin yang reaction coming in from Luoi. She will be taking down a triple kill, but instantly she will be shut down by Lapu Lapu, as Lapu Lapu managed to secure the double kill, and he'll be the last man standing in that team fight. Man, oh man, that was quite a good team fight.
That was a massacre. That Louis had the perfect set onto her. I was about to say that Louis has a set heroes here, but like she doesn't need one. She can just make it herself.
Well, to be honest, like Luo is making a good setup. Only if she would have done those things earlier, they might have an upper hand securing that turtle. But we are seeing that Luo is using her ultimate, and she'll be transporting alone her side. She should have wait for the saber. Meanwhile, Min start using his ultimate. Farsha is quite low, but she will be safe as she uses her the fourth skill. I don't remember the skill name. But there we go again. The quite good hook coming in from Minstar. Double kill for Saber, but Martis is there. He'll be securing the double kill too. He might go for the triple kill, but he will be retreating. Meanwhile, in the top lane. Hylos do manage to secure a kill over that Lapu Lapu.
I don't know how. We were so focused on bot, we didn't even notice top, you know?
Definitely. If speaking of Hylos item, he has that Molten Essence. And Lapu Lapu is yet to make a Bloodlust axe, so I think that is why, like, he has the upper hand, that is the Hylos, so he might have dealt some amount of damage. Meanwhile, Lapu Lapu is not on his last skill, but meanwhile in the bottom lane we are seeing like Brody is down, he is going down. Things are not looking for Brody.
They're not taking care of that Brody. Mincy is having a free babysitting action happening on this side. But Mincy blocking.
The second turtle is up. The turtle HP is quite low there. It goes the Lapu Lapu ultimate as well as the Pelaric ultimate. But this time Artis will be securing that turtle and Moscow will be going down as Lapu Lapu managed to secure that kill. Saber is up, but he won't be doing anything. As Team Red, that is Spain, managed to secure that turtle as well as the enemy red buff. But here we are seeing like this Pelaric is escaping it minus 1% HP.
Saber still went in though. Like it was like she won't go in, but he still went in.
Definitely, that vengeance on Pelaric do save his life. But we are seeing that Brody is in trouble and he'll be going down as Minstar 2 hooks and ultimates him, and Moscow will be secure. I don't know, that was Minstar, I guess. Minstar will be securing that kill. Oh my god, we are seeing like Minstar is on the 2 kills and Moscow don't have kill. So Minstar would have given a kill to that Moscow.
Now we know who's the real marksman. It's the Mincy.
It's the Minstar we are seeing, like that is quite funny. But meanwhile in the top lane we are seeing that Hylos might be in some trouble as there is the Lapu Lapu as well as Martis. Martis is stealing some amount of damage, but we are seeing a Ling Yang reaction. I mean the Luo ultimate. Saber will be using his ultimate to the Martis and Luo will be securing a kill. Good rotation coming in from Luo. Good response ultimate.
In the first few seconds, you would think that, like, in the first 2 minutes, you would think that, like, oh, blue team has lost. But no, this is actually, like, oh, a 5 minute rest by Farsa. They cancel by, like, Hylos.
Definitely. And if, while we are seeing that Brody is also here, he'll be managing securing a kill over to that Hylos. They are going up and down. They are cutthroating. They are showing no mercy. Like, once we are seeing a cutthroat competition right here.
Yeah. No one cares. We kill the Hylos and then we leave you alive. We don't go for you. Then Louis.
And there we go. Lapu Lapu using his previous warrior onto that Louis, and he'll be securing that kill. Louis won't be able to survive this time. And this is the third turtle. All of the 3 turtles are been secured by Team Pain, but they are good at securing the objectives. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we are seeing like Brody is not in a good position, but he too managed to secure 2 kills in the last team fight. So, in spite of having 3 deaths, he has the items he needs and also the farm.
Alright, I'm really sorry. I just had like a small issue on my side. And yeah, you're right. The farm on Brody's side is just insane. Insanely low, actually. While his team is fed, Brody is still like climbing up there. He's climbing up there. And with
but if we speak of the gold gold lead in both of the marksmen. Like Brody do have his gold, that is the 5.5k gold, but we are seeing like Midstar is there. He might use his hook, but no, Brody do manage to use his second skill, get in evade. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we are seeing like Martis is trying to melt down this Hylos, but he's just too tanky. He was forced down to use his retribution in order to take a kill, but that won't be happening as my Hylos is just too tanky to take down by your own.
With Louis coming in a bit too late, but like honestly, this Hylos is showing why Hylos should be picked often. He survived a lot of it.
And meanwhile, Bill Bellerick using his ultimate as Brody secures a kill over to that Minstar. Feather Strike coming in handy, giving amount of damage, but Martis will be securing that kill. This time Hylos won't be able to survive and Martis secures a kill over to that Hylos.
I mean, yeah, we were saying about how tanky Hylos is, but there's a limit to how much damage he can take. Oh, this might be a kill on Mostov. Or it's a kill on Louis.
They are dealing an amount of damage. We are seeing like, Brody uses his flicker and mark down that Louis, but Hero falls down in the situation like Louis deals that burning essence and amount of damage, and Farsha will be going down as Saber locks him on, and that is the Bravest Warrior coming in from Lapu Lapu. There is the Minsa Hook ultimate combination, and Moscow will be securing that kill. Moscow is trying to get kill. That is a double kill for Moscow. Martis is pretty low, but Moscow won't be committing that kill. Well, we are seeing like Moscow is a triple kill, but he will be securing that triple kill. That is a good play set. 4-for-0 trade-off this time in the hands of old G, and this time they have the perfect opportunity to secure this Lord, but the marksman as well as the jungler, they are pretty low, but they won't be securing this Lord. But we are seeing like marksman, that is the Brody, is quite in dangerous position, and Louis will be securing that kill. Minstar is hooking good this time. I haven't seen this good Minstar.
Oh yeah, I love these type of matches. I love seeing like Mitzi just getting hooks off consistently. Now it seems that both teams have a pseudo equal goal. It's still a 1k difference. And there's a stun of Moslov with the Bravest Warrior. Who's in it, Retri? Who got the turtle? Oh, it's Martis.
Martis to secure the Lord, and that is the Feather Strike. That damage coming in from Farsha will be taking down that Moscow. It's a 0-for-3 trade in the hands of Pain, and while we are seeing like Lapu Lapu 2 gets a skill over to that Hylos, but the damage coming in from Lua is quite noticeable, like one combination, and the amount of CC she is dealing. Look at that Belric, it got instantly melt down with that combination, but vice versa, Farsha is dealing a ton amount of damage too, but this time Saber will be marking her down and getting a kill over to that Farsha.
Both mages and marksmen are fed at this point. This is like, okay, we might see a kill on Brody now. Oh no, a flicker! But he just
might be in a dangerous situation. Meanwhile, Moscow do manage to secure a kill over to the Brody. The Lord is the Pain. That is the red team. They managed to secure the Lord. Even they managed to secure the team fight, but they went pretty up ahead and they lost like the pushing instant. Like Team Old G, they are covering back, like they are defending with an ace as they managed to secure a kill over to that Farsha as well as to the marksman. Team Red were not in the position to push along with the Lord.
That is true. Two roles that are very important to the game. The mage was zoning, the Mars were actually pushing. And still, look at that Farsha's damage on mid-C. From full HP to almost half.
Definitely, as we can see that Farsha already have the Clock of Destiny, the Lightning Truncheon, as well as the Genius Wand. She'll be dealing a certain amount of damage, as we can see. Meanwhile, if we talk about the Luoi, she do have Enchanted Talisman, Glowing Wand, as well as the Winter Truncheon. The amount of damage Luoi is dealing, well, I don't believe it. Like the Glowing Wand can deal such amount of damage. We are seeing like Saber using his ultimate onto that Lapu Lapu, but they don't got a kill over to the Lapu Lapu. Lapu Lapu is quite tanky, it seems.
Love was tanky, and that Farsa's airstrike might have scared everyone to even go forward because 2 steps forward and they're dead, 2 steps back and they might live, and they chose they chose a safe option.
Definitely, they do know the damage coming in from Farsha is just too much, and one mistake from this time Team OG and they'll be losing their inhibitor towers or might be this game. So they are playing it safe this time.
Yeah, this is good. Like, if you're in a losing side, just play safe and just get some items, farm up, build up. They can easily defend this lord. Yeah, they can defend this lord with Hylos as the tank.
The second lord is up, that is the enchanted lord, we can see. And Team Red, that is the Team Pain, they are already in position, they are securing this turtle. Meanwhile, we are seeing that Luoi do use his final ultimate this time. We might see some playback coming in, as we can see Martis do manage to secure a lord, but that is the Brody going down. Mr. secures a kill, and that is the killing spree. Moscow will be going down as Martis as well as get a kill over to that Luoi. Things are not looking well for Team Blue this time. Moscow, the Saber will be down as Farsha secures a kill over to that Saber.
That is a 1-for-4 trade. Oh no, 2-for-4 trade. But Team Pain has more turret pushers, so we'll see how Mincy can defend this. Can you delay
it? I don't think Mincy Thar can defend it alone, but there is the Feather Strike popped right down as the previous warrior was coming along. Minstar is alone. There we go. That backup coming in from Team OGs. There he do manage to protect the base, losing only one inhibitor. There is some minions coming in from the side lanes, but that will be it. They will be having another chance to take a fight back and settle it.
Like I said, jokingly and now serious, they can defend. They can defend. Now it just depends on who gets Luminous Lord this time. Because
indeed, it inspired seeing that the team, their backup is there. Team Pain, they retreated immediately, not giving an opportunity for the enemy team to come back.
In times like these, it's just a matter of who camps who first. And now they just need someone to check bushes for Louis because she could just come up from anywhere. And although Louis got caught out of positions, they won the trade somehow by actually defending. They lost the Lord, but they defended it.
Definitely, and we are seeing Martis is quite tanky. He has made the Radiant Armor as well as the Oracle, the magic defense. Even they are quite scared of that Louis damage and the CC she's giving them.
That's respect. That is mad respect to have 2 defense items just for one person. Although Monster was...
Well, we are seeing the Feather Strike has been used up. Both Mage as well as the Seaver are quite low. They were forced to retreat. Meanwhile, Brody is dealing some tremendous amount of damage to the tower, but that tower will be intact as half of the tower has been taken up. They are retreating for now.
All they can do is just wait. Oh. Blaze paused. Alright, back to the game. Honestly, what's your predictions now, Sasuke? For me, it's just up to the gods, up to the fates and how they play this, how Louis does this. It's all on Louis.
Well, I do place my bets on Team OG, as you said, if Louis do manage to ult properly and Moscow deals some amount of damage as well along with Saber locking down that Brody, then they do have some opportunity to go for the comeback this time. But we are seeing that is the 17 minutes, the third lot of the game will be securing down again via Martis. This time they won't be risking it. They are in the base. They know they can defend it. They might be able to defend it. So they are not taking that risk to use Louis' ultimate and invading that Lord.
That is true. That's right. This is an enhanced Lord, I think, because it's 18 minutes for Luminous.
And we are seeing that Lord is already in the enemy's base. Meanwhile, the backup They are going for the bottom lane inhibitor that is going to be going down. Beric do use his ultimate. That is the bravest warrior figure combination from the Lapu Lapu. Do gets the kill over to that mid star, but Luoi will be securing that kill over to that Beric. Meanwhile, Saber to get the shut down over to that mid star. There is the Moscow damage coming in. Brody will be going down, and that is a C1 for full trade. This time in the hands of old G. Farsha is the lone survivor of the team Pain. That is right, Sino. They do manage to defend it. What a team fight.
What a team fight. What a beautiful team fight. That Martis went in thinking that CC Min would catch Saber, but Saber waited for the perfect chance to ult him. Stunned him in place and just like... Oof, beautiful.
Definitely, and this time, Team Red, that is Pain Feather Strike was used, but the damage won't be equal. But she will be, clearing the last minion as well. So they were forced to retreat. That is the Team Old G.
The game is now past 18 minutes. Have we seen a lot of matches in this tourney, honestly? Like, I've just seen matches end in 10, 15, 12.
Definitely, it's quite an interesting matches we are about to see. At this point, the goal lead doesn't even matter, to be honest. Like we are saying, that is a team Pain. They are ahead into goal lead, but this time, at this point, it doesn't really matter, as we are saying, like every one of them have their all items.
Yeah. And with like that Farsa's just not holding Chris's last time. I think she might have sold Winter Truncheon or Immortality.
We are going to see that is the beautiful ultimate coming in from Saber as Luoi 2 supports him and secures the kill over to the Prodi. Look at that cooldown, 53 seconds. Meanwhile, that is the ultimate coming in from Belric as well as the main star. Lapu Lapu 2 uses bravest warrior, dealing some amount of damage, but look at that damage coming in from Moscow. He will be going down within an instant. That is the double kill from Moscow. Belric will be going down as well. Martis is alone, but there goes the ultimate coming in from Saber, and Hylos will be securing down. That is the complete wipe out for Team Pain, and we are seeing that the old G are marching down to the enemy base as Moscow will be chunking down, and they will be securing this victory.
Well, good luck, GG to the OGs. This match was completely unexpected, but honestly, having Lu Yi on your side, you have the entire map on your side.
Definitely, look at that kills. That is a 10 kills to Luoi. I do think the real MVP for Team Old G is that Luoi. The amount of damage and the CC coming in from Luoi was too much. Even Martis and Lapu Lapu were trying to find Luoi and zoning her down, dealing some damage and securing or taking out Luoi first from the team fight to give the Team Old G perfect opportunity for Moscow to deal some amount of damage to the front liner as well as the back liner. And look at that Saber. I was not hoping the Saber to mark down that marksman as well as the mage that properly.
Honestly, though, this entire game was rested on Louis, but you have to give props to Mincy and Moscow, as Mincy was sticking with Moscow the entire match for the first, lady phase. Brody couldn't even farm properly. Even with all those items, he couldn't kill anyone. Neither his own later.
Definitely, and that Minstar on 3770, he did do a lot of things, that is to zone Brody and try to kill him in the early game. He did do that job perfectly fine, making sure that his marksman is properly fed up and safe and secured.
Yeah, honestly, this brave props. Louis is the real MVP and Vinci needs gold. This is just beautiful. This is a beautiful match. And was that antique late? Because I did not see that antique when I was checking the builds. Did he build that antique for Monster or for Saber? I think it's most likely for Saber, but that's a bit too late for that now.
Well, they do that is the Martis did build that antique Curious for Moscow, but The amount of damage that Moscow is dealing is just too much. Well, that is it for this game, ladies and gentlemen. This is the MKE Championship Season 5, sponsored by Genesis Store and co-sponsored by Ivy Store and Zeutan Store. I'm Saskia along with my partner Richie, and we'll be signing off.
Peace. See you.
It's quite funny, but meanwhile in the top lane we are seeing that Hylos might be in some trouble, as there is the Lapu Lapu as well as Martis. Martis is stealing some amount of damage, but we are seeing a Ling Yang reaction. I mean, the Luo ultimate. Saber will be using his ultimate to the Martis, and Luo will be securing ultimate.
In the first few seconds, you would think that, like, in the first 2 minutes, you would think that, like, oh, blue team has lost, but no, this is actually, oh, a 5 minute arrested by Farsa, they cancelled by Light Hylos.
Definitely, and if, well, we are seeing that Brody is also here, he'll be managing securing a kill take down by own.
With Louis coming in a bit too late, but, like, honestly, this Hylos is showing why Hylos should be picked often. She survived a lot of it.
And meanwhile, Bill Bellerick using his ultimate as Brody secures a kill over to that main star. Feather Strike coming in handy, giving up Luoi deals that burning essence and amount of damage. And Farsha will be going down as Saber locks him on, and that is the Bravest Warrior coming in from Lapu Lapu. There is the Minsa Hook ultimate combination, and Moscow will be securing that kill. Moscow is trying to get killed. That is a double kill for Moscow. Martis from Lapu Lapu. There is the Minsa Hook ultimate combination, and Moscow will be securing that kill. Moscow is trying to get killed. That is a double kill for Moscow. Martis is pretty low, but Moscow won't be committing that kill. Well, we are seeing like Moscow is triple kill, but he will be securing that triple kill. 0 for 3 trade in the hands of Pain, and while we are seeing like Lapu Lapu do gets a skill over to that high loss, but the damage coming in from Lua is quite noticeable. Like one combination, and the amount of CC she is dealing. Look at that Belric, it got instantly meltdown with that combination. But
this is like, okay, we might see a Brody now. Oh no, a flicker! But he just
might be in a dangerous situation. Meanwhile, Moscow do manage to secure a kill over to the Brody. The Lord is the Pain. That is the red team. They managed to secure the Lord. Even they might see some playback coming in, as we can see Martis do manage to secure a Lord, but that is the Brody going down. Mr. secures a kill, and that is the killing spree. Moscow will be going down as Martis as well as get a kill over to that Luoi. Things are not looking well for Team Blue this time.
Oh, we'll see how Mincy can defend this. Can he delay
it? I don't think like Mincy Thar can defend it alone, but there is the Feather Strike popped right down as the previous warrior was coming along. Minstar is alone. There we go. That backup coming in from Team OGs. There he do manage to see. Meanwhile, the backup, they are going for the bottom lane inhibitor. That is going to be going down. Belric do use his ultimate. There is a Bravest Warrior flicker combination from the Lapu Lapu. Do gets the kill over to that Minstar, but Luoi will be securing that kill over to that Belric. Meanwhile, Saber to get the supports him and secures the kill over to that Brody. Look at that cooldown, 53 seconds. Meanwhile, that is the ultimate coming in from Belric as well as the Minstar. Lapu Lapu do use his Bravest Warrior, dealing some amount of damage, but look at that damage coming in from Moscow. He will be going down within an instant. That is the double kill. It's quite funny, but meanwhile in the top lane we are seeing that Hylos might be in some trouble, as there is the Lapu Lapu as well as Martis. Martis is stealing some amount of damage, but we are seeing a Ling Yang reaction. I mean, the Luo ultimate. Saber will be using his ultimate to the Martis, and Luo will be securing ultimate.
In the first few seconds, you would think that, like, in the first 2 minutes, you would think that, like, oh, blue team has lost, but no, this is actually, oh, a 5 minute arrested by Farsa, they cancelled by Light Hylos.
Definitely, and if, well, we are seeing that Brody is also here, he'll be managing securing a kill take down.
show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has a flash to MLBB to get right. The two-man also from the focus. That season is survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum. Way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has a flash to MLBB to get right. The two-man also from the focus. That season is survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum. Way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has a flash to MLBB to get right. The two-man also from the focus. That season is survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum. Way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has a flash to MLBB to get right. The two-man also from the focus. That season is survives. He's gonna jump and hit the momentum. Way too close to the Martin. He's gonna make sure that he gets two of them.
you what fighting really is.
Coming in the far end, corner lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has the flash to promise Lilia to get right. The two-man also from the that season is survives. He's gonna jump in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to MKE Championship Season 5, which is sponsored by Genesis Store and co-sponsored by Ivy Store and Zeutan Store. Saskia, along with my partner Grayman, will be the caster of this game. By the way, guys, the giveaway redeem code is up. You can redeem it and claim your free diamonds. The link for redeeming the code is in the description, so please check it out. By the way, the team or the match which will be is the blue team will be the team RNSY. Meanwhile, the team red will be the team BSE. Moving on to the draft phase, we are seeing that there is a Van ban from the blue side. Meanwhile, there is a Julian ban coming in from team red side.
Well, that was a beautiful introduction for both the teams, Sasuke, and just like that, the first phase of the ban has come to an end with the ban of Arlot and Minisitar. Probably nobody wants to take the risk of banning a new hero, is it, Sasuke?
Well, the new hero is just too devastating and overpowered in my opinion. It is also flex pick, like we can use it in EXP as well as in the hyper roll, and the amount of damage he is dealing is just too insane, and none of the team wants to risk it. Meanwhile, we are seeing the Lapu Lapu is going to be the first pick for the team blue.
Well, Lapu Lapu seems to be a good pick. Nonetheless, whether it's in the meta or not, Lapu Lapu is a good stealthy and tanky hero, I would say. It's a fighter, but it can also take up the role of a tank. So there's a multi-purpose hero there, and we see a Xavier pick and a Thamos from Team Red.
Well, Thamos is a low-key high-power hero in my opinion. Like he can counter this Lapu Lapu, and meanwhile we are seeing that Xavier is quite a good pick in my opinion. Like the amount of damage he do scales from mid to late game is just too much. Meanwhile we are seeing a Brody pick coming in from team blue side, that is the team RNS.
It's time to go to the RT show.
Your team is picking.
There is also a Lilia pick coming in from team blue side, which will be a good pick in my opinion. Like Lilia do have the black shoes as his ultimate, so she'll be just going through, dealing some damage and using his ultimate to come back from some dire situation. Meanwhile, we are seeing the carry is going to be the marksman for the team red. So carry is been nerfed, but a lot of teams have been picking it and they are performing well, it seems. Well, I would like to see how well this carry is going to be. Meanwhile, we are seeing a Grok pick coming in from team red side, that is the team BSE. A Grok is quite a good banner in my opinion. Like they might have studied well their opponents. Meanwhile, we are seeing an Atlas ban coming in from blue side. Both of the teams might done their homework this time, so they are respectively banning their each other heroes. We are seeing a Kufra pick. Kufra might maybe that might be their strongest hero after Atlas or something, like Kufra with Petrify this time. Well, I'm not quite confident that Kufra with a Petrify will be good. Like I have seen most of the people using a flicker on Kufra, but we are seeing and Natalia, well, he'll be locking down that Leo mode along with that Lolita.
Your team is picking.
Well, that seems to be a good pick for Team Blue. That's RNS. They have a marksman, they have a tank, they have a fighter, they have hyper, and probably Team Red. It seems to be, I wouldn't say squishy, but it seems to be a bit weak compared to Team RNS. Sasuke?
Well, it is going to be the Ling against a Leo mode in the jungle, as well as the Brody against Carry in the gold lane. So I like to see like how are they gonna use up this game. Like No, Leo mode against Ling. If Leo mode do manage to snowball in early game, it will be pretty hard to kill him, and vice versa for Ling. If he do manage to snowball in the early game, having a kill, and just managing his difference in the goal, in the hyper, and securing the objective, then it's quite a good match to see.
And we have begun the first match. So I wouldn't say first match, but the match of the evening by Team RNS and Team BNE. We are seeing all of both the teams have dissipated into their respective lanes. So while Kufra is being protective of Ling, they want the Ling to become. Don't want the Ling to waste time basically, because tank supporting hyper, that's probably good gaming sense, I would say.
Meanwhile, we are seeing a rotation from mid to the gold lane, like Carrie have noticed it, and she is playing safe. She's not giving the unnecessary vision to the enemies, and she is quite playing safe. There is the 3 people in the top side. Meanwhile, we are seeing that is the mage as well as the rumor are hiding down in the bush, but well, they did show them the vision, but it's okay.
Well, meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we saw petty engagement between Thamuz and Lapu Lapu. I thought probably it was going to turn up into a fight, but both of the fighters decided it was better to disengage.
And well, we are seeing that the rotation is quite good, and Lolita might be in some situation, but we are seeing like Kufra is not in position to give setup. So they'll be retreating this time. Meanwhile, we are seeing that the turtle is gonna come up in 25 seconds. So they are quietly and like the hyper is trying to rotate to the turtle section. Meanwhile, we are seeing like that is the roamer in the gold lane just to provide some support to the Axeman. We are seeing like the Kufra is quite in dire situation this time.
Well, Sasuke, did we notice one thing is, and this is like a major tournament, right? This is, people watch the MKE championships, and if you're playing, Brody, he doesn't have a hero lock on. Is that supposed to be?
I don't know about that, but we are seeing like the turtle is spawned, and this time the blue team, they are going to take they are setting it up, but there is the Thamus to provide the vision. But meanwhile, we are seeing that Ling is going to go and secure his puff, as he have got vision that the enemy team is not taking down the turtle.
Okay, Thamus seems to be a bit of a trouble in the bottom lane there, and a fight has erupted with Thamus using his ultimate, Kufra coming in for the support, and first blood being taken by Lolita.
Meanwhile, we are seeing that Kufra is in a situation. He'll be going down as Lilia secures a kill over to that Kufra. That is a 2-for-0 trade. And this might be a free turtle for Team RNS. Meanwhile, we are seeing that Ling has made his rotation to the gold lane. He'll be giving that free turtle for that kill. But insteadly, he'll be rotating, well, there we go, but he do use his retreat, but Leomord will be securing that turtle. That was a quick rotation from Ling.
Well, that was a quick rotation, to be honest, but didn't seem fruitful as Team Blue were able to take the turtle. And
there we go, the Numinon blast coming in from Lolita, securing the kill. That is the Lilia will be securing the kill over to that Xavier.
Well, didn't seem good for Xavier, did it? He did not expect the sneak attack from Lolita from the right.
Things are not looking well for Team BSE. As we can see, it has been 4 minutes to the game, and we are seeing like the Team RNS have a goal lead of 2k. And in the bottom lane, we are seeing like the Lapu Lapu might be in such situation, but he'll be retreating no further. fight of them in the lane. Meanwhile, we are seeing the Ling is trying to make a set, but he is not able to like see the team fight going on or any vision. Meanwhile, we are seeing that Kufra might be in trouble. There we go. Leo Mordu secures a kill over to that Kufra again. He'll be taken down immediately. That is what I was speaking of. Like, even in such situation, if you have a flicker, you can just evade off. But in the bottom lane, we are seeing that Lapu Lapu is in minus 1% HP, and he was able to take down that kill over to the Tamus. But Ling is there. He'll be taking down that kill over to the Lapu Lapu.
Well, that was a good steal by Link there. Lapu Lapu did the mistake of staying in the grass, but he should have been, rather he should have gone into the turret or behind the tier 1 turret. Probably that would have been the safe space. So,
and when we are seeing, like in the top lane, this marksman do secure a kill, and Lolita was pretty low and she was forced down to use a flicker. But in the bottom lane, Ling managed to secure a tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. The turtle is of the blue team, is trying to take down the turtle. That is the perfect vision coming in from there. We go Lolita using his ultimate, but Xavier was forced down to use his flicker. There we go. Lilia will be securing a kill over to the Xavier, and things are not looking well for Team BSE this time.
Well, I would agree with you on that, Sasuke, because it's just 5 minutes into the game. 6 minutes actually. They are already losing by 7 kills. They are behind by 3k gold. And as you said, doesn't seem good for Team BSE.
And along with that carry being shut down, Team RNS will be securing that top tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, we are seeing that Kufra is in the direst position, but he will be retreating. No further engages coming in from blue side, but Hero manages to miss down his first skill jump.
Well, I guess they are disorientated a bit because of some early game aggression by Team Arena. They have been doing good with their rotations. They are good with providing team support, and Team RNS is doing, I wouldn't say the best of the gameplay as of this moment, but they're doing better than Team BSE.
Well, that is true, and we are seeing like the 4-man setup. The marksman, that is the carry, is been rotated. There has been a lane shift, as we can see that Lapu Lapu is in top lane, so they have decided. But meanwhile, we are seeing that blue team is trying to make a move in the bottom lane. There is the Lolita as well as the mid mage, the Lilia. Lolita will be using her first skill. There we go, the Numenon Blast coming in from Lolita. Going to that wall, Xavier and Brody will be securing that kill. Meanwhile, in the top, Lapu Lapu do manage to secure a kill over to the Thamos. Kufra might be going down, and Brody do secures a kill over to that Brody. Ling is going to use his ultimate, but Lilia will be using his ultimate. No further engage is coming in. Ling is quite in bit of trouble, but he will be retreating.
Well, that was, I wouldn't say good gameplay, but that was a good escape though from Team BSA. That could have been much worse. They are down by 10 kills now, and the gold lead has increased to 6k in the span of just 3 minutes.
Definitely, and there we go in the bottom lane. Brody do manage to secure a kill over to that Ling. This time, as he knew like Ling don't have the ultimate, so he had the perfect opportunity to kill Ling this time. And we are seeing in the mid lane, Lolita do manage to use his new last, connecting none of the targets. But again, Lolita will be securing that kill over to that Kufra, and Xavier was forced to use his flicker this time. Things are seems to be worse for Team BSE.
Well, that did not seem an ideal situation for Team BSE. I would agree there with you, Sasuke. Very less times that happens in with us, isn't it? But still, you see, as per your analysis and your comments, Sasuke, do you still think Team BSA has a chance? Still, can they come with any
And
backup
there we
plans.
go, the ultimate coming in from Leomord will be securing a double kill. There goes the Xavier as well as the Kufra. Ling might be in trouble. He was supposed to use down his ultimate, but he'll be, safe to retreat. Things are not looking well, and they might lose this mid inhibitor tower.
Well, they must lose this inhibitor tower, and they have lost it with the strike of Brody. They are in a situation probably hard to make a comeback at this moment.
Well, to make a comeback for Team BSC, I do think like they need to be organized their play. Like they are scattered away. The mage and the marksman don't have the protection that is the roamer is engaging and but he don't have anyone. But there we go, the Numinan blast coming in from Lolita connecting to none of the target. The Lord is up, that is the level 1 Lord. We are seeing that Ling is trying to do a split push, but Lapu Lapu is there. He'll be forcing that Ling to retreat.
Well, Ling must have retreated, just not because of Lapu Lapu's damage. Okay, that's an engagement coming in from Team BSC, and they take a good kill of Lapu Lapu. That is probably the first time in the game that we have seen a good team play coming in from BSC.
Definitely, and they do manage that, and that was the Thomas who managed to secure a kill. Meanwhile, we are seeing like they are going to take down these blues, so Ling won't be having a blue buff this time too.
Well, they have focused one more thing. Team RNS is they have done everything they can to stop the enemy hyper from getting farmed. See, look at their team gold difference. It's almost 9k and 13 kill difference. Yeah, pretty hard to give a comeback. And oh my god, that was good. That from Brody there.
That was a good kill from Ling as well. He do manage to take down this Leomord, but instead he was dead as Brody was there. And here we go, Brody is on the court like securing a triple kill, double kill over to the Saver, and the Lord will be targeting their base. As the base goes down, the victory is for Team Blue side, that is the Team RNS.
Wonderful gameplay by Team RNS. Good luck Team BSC for the rest of the tournament. But yes, Team RNS you did pretty good. Meager 11 minutes. Just 11 minutes. How rare it is to see you finish a game in this much of time, Sasuke.
Think that it went wrong for Team BSC according to the draft. Both of the teams have a good draft in my opinion, as well as the Xavier. The expectations I was having with the Xavier was not quite up to the mark.
Well, I would agree with you on your analysis for Xavier, but I would add more there. Not just Xavier. Look at the team. Their team seemed pretty weak, I would say, in the early game. And they finished it in the early game. And why I say that is, you have the Xavier, you have the Ling, and the carry. But same time, if you look at Team RNS, there's just one hero that seemed to be special, and that is Brody. And Brody has started tanking up his heroes so that defensive powers became max compared to Team BSC at this moment. And they were good, they were good teammates. That is what helped them win.
Definitely, and that is it for this game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the MKE Championship Season 5, which is sponsored by Genesis Store and co-sponsored by Ivy Store and Zeutan Store. I'm Sasuke along with my partner Grim, and we'll be signing off for time being.
Thank you to our wonderful audience once again for tuning in for their matches today. We hope you had a great day. We have one more match coming in. Stay tuned, people. Have a good day.
Taking down the turtle.
Okay, Thamos seems to be a bit of a trouble in the bottom lane there. And a fight has erupted with Thamos using his ultimate. Kupra coming in for the support, and first blood being taken by Lolita.
Meanwhile, we are seeing that Kupra is in a situation to use his retreat, but Leomord will be securing that turtle. That was a quick rotation from Ling.
Well, that was a quick rotation, to be honest, but didn't seem fruitful as Team Blue were able to take the turtle. And
There we
that
go,
was
the
good.
Numinum situation, but he'll be retreating. No further the fight of them in the lane. Meanwhile, we are seeing the Ling is trying to make a set, but he is not able to like see the team fight going on or any vision. Meanwhile, we are seeing that Kufra might be in trouble. There we go. Leo Mode secures a kill. Such situation, if you have a flicker, you can just evade off. But in the bottom lane, we are seeing that Lapu Lapu is in minus 1% HP, and he was able to take down that kill over to the Tamus. But Ling is there. He'll be taking down that kill over to the Lapu Lapu.
Well, that was a good steal by.
There we go. Lolita using his ultimate, but Xavier was forced down to use his flicker. There we go. Lilia will be securing a kill over to the Xavier. And no, things are not looking well for Team BSC this time.
Well, I would agree with you on that, Sasuke.
That is true, and we are seeing like the 4-man setup. The marksman, that is the carry, is been rotated. There has been a lane shift, as we can see that Lapu Lapu is in top lane, so they have decided. But meanwhile, we are seeing that blue team is trying to make a move in the bottom lane. There is the Lolita as well as the mid mage. The Lolita going to that wall. Xavier and Brody will be securing that kill. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Lapu Lapu do manage to secure a kill over to the Tamos. Kufra might be going down, and Brody to secure a kill over to that Brody. Ling is going to use his ultimate, but
gameplay, but that was a good escape though from Team BSA. That could have been much worse. They are down by 10 kills now, and the gold lead has increased to 6k in the span of just 3 minutes.
Definitely, and then Ling this time, as he knew like Ling don't have the ultimate, so he had the perfect opportunity to kill Ling this time. And we are seeing in the mid lane, Lolita do manage to use his new and last, connecting none of the targets. But again,
can to stop the enemy hyper from getting farmed. See, look at the team gold difference. There's almost 9k and 13 kill difference. Yeah, pretty hard to give a comeback. And oh my god, that was good. That from Brody. Yeah, pretty hard to give a comeback. And oh my god, that was good. That from Brody there.
That was a good kill from Ling as well. He do manage to take down this Leo mod, but instead he was dead as Brody was there. And here we go, Brody is on the court like securing, taking down the turtle.
Okay, Thamos seems to be a bit of a trouble in the bottom lane there. And a fight has erupted with Thamos using his ultimate, Kupra coming in for the support, and first blood being taken by Lolita.
Meanwhile, we are saying that Kufra is in a situation to use his retreat, but Leomord will be securing that turtle. That was a quick rotation from Ling.
Well, that was a quick rotation, to be honest, but didn't seem fruitful as Team Blue were able to take the turtle. And
there we go, the Numinum situation, but he'll be retreating. No further the fight of them in the lane. Meanwhile, we are seeing the Ling is trying to make a set, but he is not able to like see the team fight going on or any vision. Meanwhile, we are seeing that Kufra might be in trouble. There we go. Leo Mode to secures a kill. Such situation, if you have a flicker, you can just evade off. But in the bottom lane, we are seeing that Lapu Lapu is in minus 1% HP, and he was able to take down that kill over to the Tamus. But Ling is there. He'll be taking down that kill over to the Lapu Lapu.
Well, that was a good steal by.
There we go. Lolita using his ultimate, but Xavier was forced down to use his flicker. There we go. Lilia will be securing a kill over to the Xavier. And no, things are not looking well for Team BSC this time.
Well, I would agree with you on that, Sasuke.
That is true, and we are seeing like the four-man setup. The marksman, that is the carry, is been rotated. There has been a lane shift, as we can see that Lapu Lapu is in top lane, so they have decided. But meanwhile, we are seeing that blue team is trying to make a move in the bottom lane. There is the Lolita as well as the mid-mage. Lolita going to that wall. Xavier and Brody will be securing that kill. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Lapu Lapu to manage to secure a kill over to that Tamos. Broad Kufra might be going down, and Brody to secure the kill over to that Brody. Ling is going to use his ultimate, but
Gameplay, but that was a good escape though from Team BSA. That could have been much worse. They are down by 10 kills now, and the gold lead has increased to 6k in the span of just 3 minutes.
Definitely, and then Ling this time, as he knew like Ling don't have the ultimate, so he had the perfect opportunity to kill Ling this time. And we are seeing in the mid lane, Lolita do manage to use his new and last, connecting none of the targets. But again,
Can to stop the enemy hyper from getting farmed. See, look at their team gold difference. It's almost 9k and 13 kill difference. Yeah, pretty hard to give a comeback. And oh my god, that was good. That from Brody. Yeah, pretty hard to give a comeback. And oh my god, that was good. That from Brody there.
That was a good kill from Ling as well. He do manage to take down this Leo mod, but instead he was dead as Brody was dead. And here we go, Brody is on the court like securing, taking down the turtle.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has the flash to MLBB get right. The two-man also from the focus. That season is survives. He's going to jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's going to make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has the flash to MLBB get right. The two-man also from the focus. That season it survives. He's going to jump and hit the momentum way too close to the Martin. He's going to make sure that he gets two of them.
you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has a flash to Slither get right. The two-man outlet from the Cooper. Hutchinson is survives. He's going to jump and hit the momentum way too close to him, but the Martin is going to make sure that he gets two of them.
Show you what fighting really is.
Coming to the far end corner, Lord also approaching, especially towards the backliner. He goes in and connects it on two people. And she has a flash to Slither get right. The two-man outlet from the Cooper. Hutchinson is survives. He's going to jump and hit the momentum way too close to him, but the Martin is going to make sure that he gets two of them.
because the way he can actually change the tide of the match, and we have seen it in the previous matches as well, how good the Claude can become in the late game, especially with the Demon Hunter and Golden Staff. So yeah, and we have Yuzong as well here.
Well, that's a good analysis for the Cloud. Zane, I would not be so sure about the team picks of Blue, because they have, as we didn't see in the early match, there were 3 squishy heroes right from the beginning who did not have any early game damage. And in the meanwhile, in the team armed front, you see they have Hilda, they have that alien mage Zaz, they have a Claude with Vengeance, and that does not seem good for Team G9.
Yes, definitely. It doesn't seem good. However, I would say that Lolita can provide a good amount of support, especially against marksman heroes. As you can see, they have Sicilian and Nathan and Brody as well. So definitely the damages coming from those marksmen can be evaded with the help of Lolita.
Well, that definitely can be done, and just like that, just for the information of our wonderful audience, we have started with the game Team G9 versus Team Armed Front, the final game of the day, and that seems to be a good pick for both the teams. Probably Team Armed Front seems to be a bit comparatively more balanced than Team G9, I would say. What is your point, Zane?
I would say 50-50 because in the late game they have 2 marksmen and Nathan can actually melt, especially with that magic build. If you haven't seen it yet, you are gonna see it now because Nathan is gonna go full magic build. So let's see how they will counter this huge amount of magic damage coming from Nathan. So yeah, I would say for late game, definitely the draft is strong towards G9, but we cannot underestimate Armed Front as well because they have good early game plus mid game as well. And I would say Claude and Zask will be the danger man in the late game.
Well, I would certainly be on that analysis. We see Team Armed Front already getting some aggressive steps. They have not left their hyper just for alone. They are giving him all the help he needs. They are protecting the. As you see, they were not attacking that Litho, but they were protecting in case the Sicilian comes in for a sneak. But we're going to see an engagement from the early stages of the game, and just yes, they have. We have fight there, but I guess they will be escaping. Both teams do not want to risk losing a kill right at the beginning of the game.
Yes, indeed, and I would say a little bit of snowballing works in the early game, especially when you have a marksman in the gold lane. And as you can see, Lolita has been forced to recall. This will actually give some sort of advantage to G9s because now they can actually contest for the turtle as well.
Well, they can definitely contest for the turtle, and as we were speaking, the first blood was taken in by Balmond. He took the kill of the Black Dragon, and things have started to look good for Armed Front as they look more organized, I would say.
Yes.
Was fight.
Yes, definitely. They're organized, and because of that kill that Balmond actually secured, they were easily able to take that turtle because Yuzong was dead and no one was there to zone them out, especially in that Black Dragon form. Yuzong has this ability to, especially I love to see Yuzong in that turtle lane. And whenever there is a turtle fight, Yuzong just comes in that Black Dragon form and he, zones out most of the members of the opponent team. Oh, it seems like Brody is in trouble, but he flickered out. Oh my goodness, Zas is there with that ultimate. Wow, barely escaping, and now here comes Atlas with the ultimate. And as you can see here, Claude seems to be in trouble. Yes, Claude will be taken down, and Nathan is there with that turret defense as well. And it seems like Balmond is going to use his ultimate. Yes, he will be able to take down Nathan. Oh my goodness, what a fight in the early game.
Well, that was a wonderful fight. I would agree that was a 2-for-1 trade. in the favor of Team Armed Front. G9 definitely put up a good fight, but the ultimate used by Atlas also good. But they were more, as I said, they were more defensive at Team Armed Front. You can already see like they have two squishy heroes. Doesn't matter how many attack, the amount of damage you can give in the early game.
Yes, and it seems like Atlas is in trouble. He overcommitted to that position on that mid lane turret, and now it seems like once again the Armed Front is in the early game advantage. I would say in the early game it will be a lot of struggle for G9, but again, with that damage in the late game coming from Nathan, Brody, and I would say Sicilian, because Sicilian will be the highest damage dealer in the late game, I would say they'll have to end the game early, because in the late game, Baldwin won't be having a lot of damage since he is already building a full tank build.
Well, I would agree with you on that, because and we see an engagement coming in that was a beautiful ult from Atlas and G9.
What was that?
Fight. That was a wonderful fight.
Oh my goodness. Just as we were talking, I mean, did you see how how did they melt all those three tanky heroes? I mean, I'm actually surprised. And they also took the turtle, and at the bot lane in the meantime, Brody was able to take down Claude as well. So, I mean, tides have changed suddenly out of nowhere.
Well, that did not change the tide. That must have boosted the confidence of Team G9, and they are going in for a turret push. Will they take a dive or no? And Atlas seems to be a bit of a trouble here, but will be escaping. Nonetheless, they will also lose a turret, Team Armed Front, and also Team G9 loses a tier 1 turret in the mid lane.
Yes, they were focusing a lot on the gold lane turret, but I believe that mid lane turret is one of the most important, and they lost their first tier 3 turret. So definitely advantage goes towards Armed Front. Once again, they are really good at taking down objectives as well, but we have seen how good the counter was from G9 as well. So is there going to be an ambush on the top lane? Are we seeing an ambush?
Well, we are getting ready for an ambush, that's for sure, but I don't know how many of Team G9 will be coming in for support, and Atlas going in to use his ultimate. Will he be able to do it? Is he waiting for others to come in? And Team G9 finally started to take some things in their favor. They have started to more actively participate. What?
Oh!
Ultimate, but not useful.
I think Atlas once again overcommitted. He saw that they had already had that advantage by the one kill that they got, but still he went in even though he had half HP. But I mean, he should have kept in mind that all the ultimates are also gone. But it seems like Hilda is in trouble, and yes, she will be taken down once again. And on the bot lane, I think Claude is gonna take down this turret, and on the top lane as well. So once again, as you can see, that Armed Fronts are really good in taking down objectives. And will they be able? Oh, Balmond is really low, and Turtle will be taken down because of that zoning coming from Atlas as well. But it seems like Balmond will be taken down, and here comes Claude with that. Oh my goodness, melted down with that magic damage coming from Nathan. I mean, I told you, man, they are gonna be insane, especially with that magic damage, Nathan. It's crazy.
I definitely did not expect Marksman using that.
Oh my goodness!
Wonderful team fight. Atlas, you beauty there.
Wow, what a beautiful ultimate. And you saw how much the damage is coming from Sicilian, Nathan, and Brody as well. And I think it seems like that we haven't even reached the mid game, and already it seems like that G9 are actually progressing quite well with that damage.
Well, they have exceedingly progressed, because just in the last 2-3 minutes they have started to take an aggressive turn in the gameplay. They're certainly, I wouldn't say behind, but they're certainly late in completing their objectives. As you said, Team Armed Front was more ahead, but we saw a kill coming in the top lane.
Yes, and Nathan has insane amount of damage. You cannot handle it actually. And see, once again, Yuzong coming with a Black Dragon form. Oh my goodness, the damage! And Lolita won't be able to use her ultimate, and she will be taken down along with Balmond as well. So once again, 3 members down from the side of Armfront. Struggle. Oh, Nathan has overcome it once again, and it seems like he will be taken down with Hilda's ultimate. My goodness, the damage coming from Cecilia is insane.
Well. As we said, when there was the draft coming in, we definitely did not take into account one of the most important aspects of the game, and that was crowd control. The pauses, the controlling of your enemy, the hooks, or anything. So if you see the amount of crowd control that Team G9 has, that noticed that very recently, just in the last 2-3 minutes, they have started using that well. They have made good use of Atlas's ult.
Yes, definitely, and you have to keep in mind that Nathan also counters Lolita's ultimate quite easily because of that skill, which actually kind of immobilizes and moves a target out of its position. So because of that, if Lolita even moves a slight bit of from her position where she's ulting, she actually cancels her ultimate. So it is kind of a disadvantage as well. And also they have Atlas who can actually zone down all the members. Once again, Black Dragon form coming from Yuzong here, and Hilda is running away trying to zone down, and here comes Lolita with that conceal. But will she be able to use her ultimate? Oh, it seems like yes, she is gonna, but everyone escapes. Atlas trickles out at the right time, and it seems like Zast is in trouble, and that damage from Nathan is unbelievable. And Sicilian is running down members, 2 members already down, and they will. Oh, look at that, the damage. Oh my goodness, whoa, here comes Brody, and he will use torn apart memory to take down Hilda. So first Lord goes towards G9. Wow, what a fight.
Well, that was a wonderful fight. I did not certainly expect that from Team G9, considering the early game. But my goodness, have they come out of the shell in the last 4 minutes of the game? They have started to take Team Arm front left and right. They have not left an inch to attack. They have progressed from all sides. They have also started taking down turrets. And the first Lord, definitely it's just the first level of the Lord. And Atlas going in to capsize on this moment, but would fail as most of the front team members would flicker back into the zone. But yes, has things taken a turn for the good for Team G9? I would say yes.
Yes, indeed. And oh, here comes Atlas with the ultimate. Seems like Claude has been melted, and it seems like Lolita is in trouble as well. But she will flicker out at the right time to avoid death for now. But let's see what happens. And it seems like they are in a hurry to end this match. And Inhibitor from the gold lane has been taken down as well. So a lot of pressure on Armfront as well. If you look at Lolita, if she plays a little bit careful with that positioning as well, she can use Luminous Blast, and she uses Luminous Blast accurately. She can actually stun 2 or 3 members, and I think Zask and Claude can actually take down the whole team at that time.
Well, that seems a good strategy, but will they be able to capsize on this moment? Because the enemy team has somebody named as Atlas who will not let Lolita use them. And meanwhile, there's a Nathan to finish them off.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. It seems that once again the whole arm front is afraid of Atlas because they know once he starts to use his skills with that ultimate, the whole team just starts to bombard on them with that insane amount of damage, and they cannot actually sustain it. And I believe that Hilda should have gone for the tank build. It would have really helped the whole team because now, but again, if they went for that tank build, there won't be enough damage for the team to actually capsize on G9.
Well, that seems they have good defensive heroes. If you just look at Team Armfront. But the problem is, they do not, at the moment of team fights, they are unable to secure the place to place that defense to deflect the enemy attacks. Lolita is in front and becomes the target. Sash comes in the front to get, to change the moment from everybody's getting. So the damage dealer, who seems to be, at Balman as of this moment, he is going at the back. That doesn't seem right, for a team fight.
Yes, definitely. But the problem is that he is unable to sustain damage, and look how fast they are melting down. Oh lord, and Lolita used her skill in the wrong direction and she will be taken down. But let's see. Oh, here comes Atlas Party. Oh, I think he went a little bit more ahead, but Zas will be able to escape with his ultimate. And yes, the Lord is gonna come this time. It's gonna be Luminous Lord with that level 2. So, oh my goodness, the damage from Sicilian. 1 hit and almost whole HP of Lord was taken down.
Well, it's 14 minutes into the game, uninterrupted farming, just 1 death and 11 assists for a mage, and in just 14 minutes of the game, he must be stacked pretty good.
Yes, if you look at the items here, Nathan's has complete build because of magic worship, and Sicilian almost has complete build as well. And here comes Atlas, and seems like Resurrection Shield will be popped, and here comes Luminous Blast from Lolita, and finally Lolita was taken out. But in the meantime, Nathan is not going down. Oh, Resurrection Shield popped, but it seems like that was so close. But finally, Flicker and Lolita will be able to take down Nathan. First kill for Lolita as well. But in the meantime, all 3 inhibitor turrets has been taken down. So seems like so far Armfront will survive. But let's see what happens in the next fight. I believe that G9 will wait for the Lord. They will try to, sync lanes and take down the Lord, and then they will try to end the game.
Well, the only thing that they need to do right now is, to make Armfront lose their momentum, because it seems like they are getting it back. Of course, we have late game winners in the form of Sicilian or Nathan, and he has completed his build as well. But no, you do not lose the focus and you will win. But if you happen to do so, because remember, they still have 3 tanky heroes in their team Armfront, and that can be a bit troublesome if you don't pay attention.
Yes, indeed. And if you look at the items from Armfront, they are going for Radiant and Athena as well, because there are a lot of magic there is a lot of magic damage coming from G9s. So Hilda is now going for the full tank build. She has Blade of Epilepsy, but it won't help her because Blade of Epilepsy's passive only works when you have not taken any damage. But as soon as she moves towards the enemy, she is already been taken damage, especially with Sicilian or Atlas as well. So yeah, it won't help. I mean, she'll have to sell it and buy a better item. I think Athena will help her because of that magic damage coming from Sicilian and Nathan as well. So let's see.
Well, of course, as you said, Team G9 is going for the Lord. They will take it uninterrupted. But will they be able to finish it right away in 2 minutes, or will they have a comeback?
Yes, we are gonna see that, and I believe that they are waiting for the Lord. And as soon as Lord comes on to the battlefield, they are gonna go for the Lord straight away.
Well, they should go with the Lord and finish it, because they have a pretty good chance of doing it. And why I say that is most of the team will be down by the Lord, and Atlas comes and he uses ultimate, but he fails to do so. The only thing good at the moment, and Atlas does use his ultimate. Team G9 going in for a fight, and they do finish it just within 30 seconds of the Lord coming in. Great gameplay by Team G9. Good defense by Team Armfront, but at the end, Team G9 has taken the victory. Kudos to you, Team G9.
Yes, I mean, the way G9 actually played, it was really, really good. And I already told you in the draft that the heroes that they are picking, it is really good. And I believe that Armfront should have gone for a more damage build, I believe, and a more crowd control build. However, they didn't, and in the end,
Not have most. They
sorry.
did not have, as you said, Jay. You have, beginning of the draft, you have already said that Team G-Man had and Z gameplay pick. That's true, but Armfront should have taken notice of it, right? They should have either gone fully defensive pick or a hybrid pick. This pick, they neither had a proper CC, they neither had proper early game. They only had Claude to help them defend in the late game, which he failed to do so.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, guys, that's it for today's matches. It was a great match, and over to you, Grim, to end today's day.
Well, I would just like to thank our wonderful audience who come in every day to watch our matches. Thank you so much, people, for helping us to grow. Thank you so much for giving us some good time casting. And I hope you had a good day today. Thank you so much for tuning in for the season 5 of the MKE Championships. See you tomorrow. This is Graham signing off for today.
Taking down the turtle.
Okay, Thamos seems to be a bit of a trouble in the bottom lane there. And a fight has erupted with Thamos using his ultimate, Kupra coming in for the support, and first blood being taken by Lolita.
Meanwhile, we are seeing that Kupra is in a situation to use his retreat, but Leomord will be securing that turtle. That was a quick rotation from Ling.
Well, that was a quick rotation, to be honest, but didn't seem fruitful as Team Blue were able to take the turtle. And
there we go, the Numinum situation, but he'll be retreating no further. The fight of them in the lane. Meanwhile, we are seeing the Ling is trying to make a set, but he is not able to see the team fight going on or any vision. Meanwhile, we are seeing that Kufra might be in trouble. There we go. Leomord secures a kill. In such situation, if you have a flicker, you can just evade off. But in the bottom lane, we are seeing that Lapu Lapu is in minus 1% HP, and he was able to take down that kill over to the Thamos. But Ling is there. He'll be taking down that kill over to the Lapu.